Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the show today. This is Tyranny and Dragon, episode 44, here on Bugbear's Basement. We've just come out of a big old bad fight that we were able to get through. It was actually probably the most challenging thing we've done since we've been, as a player, since we've been doing in 5th edition here. And that was good. We were able to save the Golden Boy's parents, which is neat. It was a little side adventure. I think added a lot to the story, actually. So that was cool. But we're going to be continuing on. This will probably be more of a mop up episode today, I'm sure. Which is, there's a lot of upkeep and maintenance and things that need to be done in D&D, and that's part of the fun too. So join along here with us as we go through whatever we have to clean up and do. We do have a couple missions that need to be done before we can unlock the next mission, as in video games. Of course, you guys know that I'm just a player here. I'm not the actual DM, which I'm enjoying. I haven't been able to play much in my life. I've mainly always been a DM, so that's awesome. So Bill, Mr. Bill, take it away. I make that joke a lot. I think pretty much nobody gets the joke.
Oh, I do.
Yeah,
I do. I that's one of my favorite, claymations back in the day. There's nothing like throwing a good Mr. Bill reference for me anytime, except every week. Except that you do it every week.
I do.
But anyways,
so well, if I have to deal with Chester and Melissa for the rest of my life, you get to deal with Mr. Bill.
Oh wow. Wow.
No, and it's funny. I have Mr. Bill has been there forever, ever since what is that, 78, 79, something like that.
Late
but anyways,
70s,
now get back to the game here. Our heroes have, as Chester was alluding to, have just returned to Waterdeep after an incredible time-crossed planar adventure. I mean, they were thrust through all kinds of narrow escapes, fire, brimstone, death. We had the Feywild. We had monsters that they dealt with out there, traversing treacherous landscapes, delving into the Fey Underdark, fighting giants, fighting evil archfey, as well as also being transported back to the apocalypse post-Tiamat on the material plane. We're going to get back to the Feywild, fight the big boss, and be able to be sent back to their timeline, the correct timeline. At least that's what they were told it was the correct timeline.
Right, that's correct. Yeah.
Only time will tell.
We come back and everyone's an ape.
Oh no!
Everyone's an ape.
Damn! You blew it up. What have you done?
It's bad. It's bad. All the halflings have a third eye now.
Oh god.
But that's normal to everyone but you.
That's okay. So I've been shagging a gnome, not a halfling, so I'm good. I'm good. Yeah.
Well, I haven't told you what happened to the gnomes.
But, oh God.
Anyways, you are now in. You are at the Order of the Gauntlet. You are in their keep. In front of you is the open door to Ronthalius's quarters in the keep, and it is returned to normal. At the bed is empty though. Ronthalius is not there. Next to Ronthalius was his attendant. It was a cleric who was a longtime adventuring friend of his, and he looks shocked. Ontharr Froom is there. He looks shocked.
Zach.
And he looks to you, Leroy.
Zach.
We have an explanation for what has happened.
Muted. He can't even speak. He's so shocked.
That's true.
So, what? This was a forest. You saw it. You all saw it. I'm not mad. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was there not a forest here? But just a moment ago.
Wait, who had the limbs of that person in their bag? Remember the guys who went in?
As a matter of fact, that would be you, but also as a matter of fact, you need to do a Constitution saving throw for yesterday and one for today. No, one day has passed. Oh no, 2 days have passed. You spent another 2 days in the Feywild. resting and recovering and recuperating,
we need to
and the
see if
travel
we
to.
can get Zach's mic working. Zach, can you speak for me?
Oh,
Are you having problems? Yeah, because he did unmute himself, but he's still not speaking. One thing I've noticed with Discord, Zach, is yeah, he's trying to speak. Drop out and shut Discord off, and then restart it and come back in, and it should be fine. I don't know why it does that, but it does do that. But I find if I go and I shut Discord completely off and then come back in, it's usually fine. Yeah, there he goes. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So,
okay. So let me back up. Now you were cursed by a Fomorian.
yes.
Your limbs were mutated.
Hello?
Your body was mutated.
Hello?
There you go.
Hey,
You're
we
good.
hear you.
You're
Good.
All right, we're good.
Okay.
Now,
So
while
in those-
deformed, while deformed, your speed is halved. You have disadvantage on ability checks, saving throws, and attacks. You can repeat the saving throw after a long rest. So
Okay.
you get 2 chances at this, and it is a charisma saving throw. I said con, but it is charisma.
Oh, I have horrible charisma. That is
That's why you were transformed.
That's why you got hit. Yeah.
a 14. Probably doesn't make it.
The DC for this actually is 14. So that would be after the first night. During the night, you wake up with incredible cramps in your body, like when you're just a young kid and having muscle cramps times 1,000. Your muscles are bulging and bubbling and twisting and stuff. You feel tendons coming back into place where they need to go. As this is finished, you did notice like your wrist. There's a stiffness in it. You can feel a tendon clicking. It's just not mended exactly right on your left hand.
Does every part of me go back, or is there like maybe one part in particular that stays giant? I'm just curious,
Oh God.
Yeah.
No. I get his reference.
Yeah, your earlobes.
Oh, okay.
And do they hang low?
Yes.
They wobble to and fro.
All right, that's good. That's exactly what I was wondering about. Okay. So I've got a slight case of carpal tunnel in my left hand.
It feels that way. It's more like your forearm. When you turn your wrist back and forth, you just feel this kind of like cracking and snapping. Yeah, that's after the first day. So now let's get back to the action here. But just a moment ago, it was a forest. Lauronathus, explain this. Where's your father?
He's fine. He's with my mother. Big surprise.
Your mother.
Yeah.
And you see his eyes. You see like this recognition, like a light bulb just went off. Oh, your fair and beautiful mother. How were you with them? You saw them. Wait.
Yes.
You've been here. How did this happen? Oh my God.
Long story short, my mother is a Fey noble. I am a Fey. Yeah. And 2 of my uncles are very, very powerful. And one effed up time, and the other one sent us back in time to fix it before Tiamat could destroy everything. So, and that's why we're here. We're literally from the future.
Going back.
You're from the future where Tiamat destroyed everything. This is most concerning. We'll have to meet. We need to call the council as soon as possible. Oh. I will inform Lady Silverhand of new developments. Unless you wish to accompany me, I will be leaving as soon as I'm prepared. And he walks off. I'll find a messenger for you to summon you when I'm ready to go.
Before he leaves, though, I think I had an arm of that guy. Like anything you can do for him, and I pull the arm out and wave it at him.
What is that?
I don't remember.
Yeah, that's one of the, what was it with the two guys? What are their names? I forgot.
Yes, these are two of
You
your
guys-
men that were killed, although they might not have died.
Yeah. We perform a resurrection.
Phineas. I mean,
Phineas.
Phineas and Vern.
Yeah, Phineas and Vern. Yes. Yes, Phineas and Vern.
It was a long summer vacation.
Oh, this is most dire. Ah. Yeah, you see grief on his face as he's absorbing. Well, how long have they been dead?
Technically,
Negative,
Yeah.
negative 4 hours.
yes.
Yeah, negative 4 hours.
Negative.
They haven't quite died yet since we
Negative
haven't
4
gone. We
hours.
haven't gone in. We haven't gone in, so they haven't died quite yet. It's complicated.
It is, because they went in just before you,
Exactly.
when there was a forest, just moments ago. Could they still be in the Feywild now? Can you find them? Can you save them?
Probably not, because the forest is gone.
You can save them right now. Here's the
This is Phineas's arm. What remains do you have of Vern?
Was it a chest? I think it was like part of like a torso. I think was the other one because there was like a.
Well, let's
chest.
have it.
Right,
Something.
I take it out of the bag. I'm like hot potato.
And you're just like pulling it out, and it's tight.
Hot
and you're like
potato.
shaking this guy's. It's like just. Oh, most undignified. Just have that. And he takes the remains of two of his soldiers and walks off. You'll be hearing from me before the dinner bell, Loronithus. As his plate mail boots clank off down the hallway.
I believe good was done here today, although I don't know what.
That's usually true. Yes. Well, after he leaves and I bow, I depart from these fellows and I go over to Haventry.
Okay. You teleport to her estate? Do you take a carriage? How are you going there?
Well, let's just fly over.
Okay. So Nicodemus bails on you guys. And
What a dick.
Yeah, I'll head back and
I
I'm gonna.
told you at the end of last session, you take care of this, and I will go talk to the council.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
sounds good. I'm just gonna put my art and all that stuff back in the empty out my bag of all my random artwork. I'm going to go check and see if I can get my statue, my little mini statue.
oh, okay.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. Well, Nicodemus, as you flying through the air, looking down on the metropolis that is Waterdeep, as you head toward the ward that Romalia lives in, and I assume you float down to her gatehouse. As you flutter down, the guard says, "Yes, my lord, may I help you?"
I do need to speak to the
Look in
lady
you.
of the house.
Hey.
Well, speak to the lady of the house. Yes, may I ask, tell her who's calling.
I am Lord Nicodemus, Shadow Dusk.
Well, this is guard was not one of the ones you've seen before.
That's fine.
Yes, sir, right away. He leaves. He comes an attaché or the major domo of the house. And he says, "Yes, Nicodemus, please follow me." And he takes you in to the sitting room.
I float along.
Whoa! Ouch! Okay.
Somebody's pizza rolls. Were
And
Yeah, that's exactly what they were. Was pizza rolls.
Sweet. I haven't had pizza rolls in decades.
They heard the beep and they said someone's pizza rolls are done.
What's up, Roger?
Oh, we'll just say they're pizza rolls.
Oh, okay.
They were
now I
fish sticks
just feel so
apparently.
smart.
They were
Oh,
fish sticks.
those are good too. I
Yeah,
haven't had
but
those in a long time.
normally it's pizza rolls. So your assumption was correct. But
Ooh. Your wife pulled a fast one on you.
yep.
Uh-huh.
But they're not for me. They're for my kid.
Oh, that's fair.
Ah.
Who's the cook in the house, by the way? Is it you or your wife?
It's a 50-50.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know when I was first married, I did most of the cooking because she wasn't
Yeah.
very good at it. But now
Yep.
I can't even
Yeah.
touch her. You know.
Yep. That's exactly the same as like when I first got married. It was just
You can't touch her because you told her she wasn't very good at it?
No. I mean, she's much. I get your joke, but
I-
no, she's become quite proficient. Yeah.
any hoozle. What's happening?
anyway, so you're at the Olbrinter estate. So you have in the study, you hear a conversation. It sounds like Remy and her husband are having a bit of an argument. Lord Arthagast. And then she comes into the sitting room. Says, Nicodemus. Oh. Well, tell me, how is your pet project with the dragons coming along?
Well, it needs to be dealt with quite quickly coming up, but I'm here to report on something far weirder.
Well, yes, I have been cursed to live in interesting times. Please tell me about your weirdness.
You might want to sit.
And she does. She sits down.
Tea? Yes, that would be nice. And
She rings a bell, and in comes the servant and says, "Yes, tea for two. Thank you." "Yes, my lady." And he disappears for a little while.
so
As
as
you
we have idle chat waiting for the tea, and then I get into the explanation of exactly what had happened over to us over the past month, even though it's only been literally minutes. From their perspective, I lay out the fact that we are literally days away from Tiamat's rising. We have we do need to move on this. The dragons and their participation is very useful, and I need to push forward and see if I can facilitate that. But whether we have it or not, we need to get moving. We need to prepare because it's coming. I'd say we have less than a 10-day.
Well, there's no way we can muster all the forces of the Lord's Council and of Silvery Moon by then, or the dwarves, or the elves for that matter. We have to come up with a way to impede their progress now.
Yeah.
I have some ideas.
The problem is, even though I know what is going to happen, as I have just explained to you, I don't know how it happened. Therefore,
Well, what do we know of the spell components for this massive ritual?
they have the horn. We know that they are at the location that they need to be, which we don't know where is.
Well, we do believe it's the Well of the Dragons.
Yes.
And that are trying to confirm. Maybe
Yes.
we need to take a trip there.
Maybe quickly. But we also know the components that they need are sacrifices, and although we were able to save some, which I'm happy for, clearly we have not saved many. They might well have had all the sacrifices they needed months ago, for all we know. Their machinations do spread across the entire north.
And then they needed a horde, and they needed the masks.
Yes. Which we do have possession of one, do we
Eh,
not?
No, we do not.
I thought we had
Varnum did
one.
not have a mask.
Oh, he didn't have the mask. No, okay. I thought we had a mask.
Varnum, it turns out Varnum went to the seer in the tomb to find the location of his stolen mask. We thought that we had a lead on it with the Zentarium, but it became dead.
The Zentarium or the
It's
lead?
possible the lead with the Zentarium. We're in the dark right now.
We are.
We need to find out what they know about the mask.
Which is why I'm sitting here, my most beautiful lady.
You have contact with the Zents, don't you?
Of course.
Reach out to your contact with the Zents. I am going to see if, for what we know of the Red Wizards, is that these are rogues. I do not believe that Zastam would appreciate knowing that rogues are acting independently and ushering in a new age against his will. It's possible we can,
You
well,
want to
sick our
enlist
enemy on our
the
enemy.
Red Wizards?
Not
Wow. Times are
overtly.
certainly
I don't want to.
desperate.
I don't want. They are. This is the end of the world. We don't want to let them know we're asking them, but maybe if we let them know where their rogues are.
The
Way to
Zentarium
get a
might be the
message to
most
them.
useful for that, actually. I take your point, lady. I will get on it immediately.
I will call for an emergency session to see if we cannot meet sooner than our deadline.
Yes, well, we need to. I wish you good luck. I float over to her. I take her hand. I kiss the back of her hand most delicately. My lady, as I stare into her beautiful big eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Let's see.
Charisma
This could be a
check.
persuasion.
Oh,
Persuasion.
persuasion.
Roll.
Okay, okay. I have advantage on those now. That's nice. As if I needed it. Well, there you go.
Don't take advantage of a lady.
Okay, let me see. What was that roll? That right there was, let's see, that would be a 28, a 34. So beyond impossible.
Oh, Nicodemus. Shoo, you're making me blush. And her face is a little rosy in the cheeks.
I have a wicked little smile on my face as I float out of the room and I bow as I leave her presence.
Okay. As you leave the sitting room and head towards the great hall, which leads to the foyer and the exit. Well, the great hall just butts right up to the door, essentially. You do see a shadow of a man. And the Lord Arthagast lifts an eyebrow as he looks your way.
I nod my head in a bow to him as I leave the domicile.
He said, "Sorcerer, a very beautiful woman, is she not?"
I do appreciate beauty, my lord.
You sure
You are a lucky man.
That's right. I am her lucky man. You should not forget that. Watch your back.
Oh, well, very well, sir. You and I don't have much understanding. I simply have a way. I can't help it. I'm magnetic.
You should kiss his hand.
That would be funny. All right. Well, you go to the other guys. My first thing my character's doing. I am going to contact mentally one of my workers here. My brain just left me. One of my scribes, the one that's in the city, is Mindra, and I have her to put out a net to try to find. Oh goodness gracious, where is it here? Jamna, Gleam Silver. that put out the word that I need to talk to her, and then I go to my family's compound and let them know what's going on and get them prepared. I'm going to, of course, Nicodemus's mother makes the ultimate decisions. However, my suggestion would be for them to take the family and go to Sigil, because they do a lot of trading there, right? To get out of the prime material.
Oh yeah,
is
that's
my
fine. You can
suggestion.
definitely right. You can do that. And while you get to your compound, there is, oh my gosh, what's your butler's name? Where did I have that? Don't have all my NPCs together.
My butler,
Jeeves? No. Jarvis?
no,
No.
Jacob. His name is actually Jack Ublin, but they call him Jacob because he's a Nothic, right? Posed with a human guy's ring on, but Jacob's his name. Yes.
When I get
Okay.
to the mansion and I see Jacob, I gasp. I'm like, "Oh, you're dead!" And then
Oh yes, I am. I am quite dead. I'm dead excited to see you. It's wonderful. What presents have you brought us, so kind sir? As you have artwork strewn all over the place, you start pulling out all these different like knickknacks, silverware, and he's like, "My place setting is not, my provenance not proper enough for you, sir. I apologize. Did you feel the need to bring your own?"
these are my knickknacks. And then I take some of the forks and knives and I use it to like pin up some of the tapestries. And like half the tapestries, I'm assuming, are all of the Duke. So just random art.
They are.
Most of it is just
They're
of
all,
the Duke. Yeah, and
and,
it's just
and they're fey. They're fey paintings. So like they have like some kind of like it almost looks like lenticular kind of pictures. You know, where you're looking at it at a different angle. It's moving. And Jacob just has his hands over, like one hand over his face, just looking not aghast, but exasperated. As Nicodemus comes in, so you do bring the most entertaining of guests to my weary life. It fills me with joy, everlasting. I am grateful.
Indeed, Jacob. Any news for the few minutes I've been gone?
Yes, I believe that this is. Well, no, actually, I don't have anything. I don't know what to say. I'm at a loss.
Very
I'm
well.
going to make some biscuits.
I go talk to my mother.
Okay, so we'll have that. And she just lets you know that she's going to consult her seers, but takes your advice seriously. But she wants some more information concerning how quickly she might need to pack. She believes you without a doubt. So I have time to bring my pets? She wonders out loud. And there's a little gazer floating around, like just a small little mini beholder.
Sure, of course, yeah. Yeah, so I just do that simply because well, that's something he would do. But yeah, that other than yeah, I think that's pretty much all the wrap up I need to deal with as far as all of my other financial things I have going on. They're all going on. The only construction I have going on is in Westgate, and it's still got a couple weeks left on it. So,
All right, well, let's cut to Zach here real quick. He's been sitting rather patiently, eating his fish sticks and pizza rolls. Pizza roll fish stick flavor.
oh God,
And grapes.
No.
Zach, do you like fish sticks?
It's
No,
like,
I don't.
It's like
I don't like
sashimi,
fish
but
sticks.
covered in
Thank
tomato
you.
sauce and fried.
Is that where you're
so
going,
you're
GOP?
What?
Fish sticks? No, I'm not
Hey.
a fan of fish sticks.
Are you eating them?
No. I don't
He's
eat fish
dipping them
sticks.
in tartar sauce
Hey,
and slurping them down his cake hole.
Just as an aside.
So back to Zach. Like,
Yes, Chester.
Oh, I was just gonna say there's a company called Groton or Morton. I think it's Groton. That does fish sticks and other things. The company that actually designs the flavor and because they actually will breed and produce fish for very specific things, right? Is right here in my town.
Oh wow.
So you're a fan of fish sticks?
No,
You like putting fish sticks in your mouth?
I just thought that that was an odd thing because I remember seeing the fishermen in the yellow slicks in the net. You know that symbol that's on that company, and I was like, huh,
Yeah, Morton's.
Morton.
Oh, it's fisherman.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, you should come. Hey, why don't we spend our time right now coming up with a jingle for those fucking guys?
I think they
You
probably
should.
do.
But anyways,
All right. Back to the game. Zach, have your fun. I'm gonna stop interrupting.
Hail and
Zach-
kill and need, Dave.
Leroy, you are in your father's empty room, except for Bulbarius, the cleric. And he sits up, and as he's sitting up, he looks at the dresser next to your father's bed, and there is a gilded, small wooden chest, gilded with gold and gems. He's like, oh, this wasn't here before.
Yeah. I'll be.
Leronathus, have you seen this before?
That is a negative. No, I have never seen
Well, far
a
be it
small chest full of gems and stuff before.
You think it's full of gems? Well,
I don't know.
It would be rude for me to go through it. I'm just overjoyed to hear about your. I can't believe I forgot about your mother.
Yeah, no, don't worry about
Strange.
it. That was a curse. I was cursed. You were cursed. Everybody was cursed. But
Strange magic that comes from the Fae.
Yes.
But I will take your leave to leave you with your father's things that you may want to tidy up and figure out if he's not coming back, what you need to do with him. Excuse me, young man. And he leaves the room.
It's called
All right.
D&D, my sketchbook.
Anyways, okay, so I take the little box, and can I? Is there any locks on it? Do I have to do anything special, or can I just open it?
Well, in place of where a lock would be on the latch, on the front latch, is a sapphire about the size of your thumb.
Oh boy!
You were about to raid your father's stash of ye old playboys.
Yep. Let's find out. So, do I press it? Do I pull it? What do I do? Open this thing.
I don't know. You tell me. What do you do?
I don't know. I try and open it
Pop it.
like a.
I think
like
It's a little
call it
locked.
Ye old dauntless man
Like,
would be a better.
Ah.
I
So
rub the ruby.
so you grab the. You put your hand up on the ruby. It's a sapphire.
Sapphire.
And
I put
as
my
you do that,
A ruby sapphire?
ruby. Sapphire.
potato, tomato, potato. So as you rub the suvi, the ruby sapphire, it becomes warm to your touch, and you hear a faint sound of stringed instruments, almost like a music box, as it starts to open up in your hand.
Boom, shakalaka, laka.
And
I
as
was doing the symphonic.
stop it! Oh my gosh, you guys make it so hard to come up with this shit.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Kill all of you. All of a sudden, lightning comes out of the box and blasts you in the fucking face. And then the wizard, your entrails just squirt out of your butthole. And then Chester, all of a sudden, your penis just inverts and you grow a vagina.
Wow.
That's just
The
mean.
end.
That's mean.
Yay! Everyone, thank you for coming. All right. What are we gonna do for next campaign?
You
Yeah,
guys
I
are
know,
all going
it's
to play slugs at the playground, running from salt and magnifying glasses. Roll your character up. No, okay, so here we go. I feel better now, though, actually. All right, so as you open it up,
It's therapeutic.
As you open
it
it-
really is.
all right, it's coming again. The entrails, they start to come alive and wrap around your ankles and drag you across the floor. And they start to wrap around the rafters and start to hang you upside down. And then your heart pounces out of your chest and starts punching you in the face. There
I've
you go,
seen this
GOP.
movie.
Okay, yeah. It's called The Dauntless Man. No, but anyways, back to this. As the chest opens up, there is like a fragrance of like fresh cut flowers, and a purple smoke evaporates, and inside there's a scroll and some etchings. What do you do, Zach?
I take the scroll, I open it, and I guess perceive to see if I can read it. Make a roll or something.
Okay. What languages do you read?
I'm Elvish, Common, and Undercommon.
It's an Elvish.
Cool.
It's an archaic form of Elvish.
Okay, so it does an arcane roll
and
to decipher.
No, it's just like it would be more of an intelligence roll. I mean, instead of just arcane. It's not a spell that you could tell as you're reading through it. But what it is, it's a deed, and as you go through it, you can find that there is a translation also in common underneath. But this is a deed to land out in the Sword Coast.
Oh.
And it appears these etchings are of a young version. Well, your mother always looks young, but of your young mother and your father. Well, your mother wasn't young. Your father was younger, probably in his 20s. And then there's also an etching of a cottage that looks very pastoral.
Cool. Cool.
What else are you doing while you're there?
No, that's pretty much, like I got that. I put it in my bag. I'm like, cool. And I'm really anxious to go see. Hold on. I know the name because I wrote it down.
Superb.
Oh, Hilmer. Really
Yep.
anxious to go see Hilmer. So that's kind of like where I want to go next.
I
Okay,
need
so
to
you
see him
drop
too.
Yeah. Well, you're playing with your paintings.
I am.
So you lose a couple copper on a carriage ride, and you find to get to Hilmer's armory. You pull up to the building and it's got this, it's the front of it's all blued plate mail, just of all these fallen foes of Waterdeep. Hilmer has taken and turned it into the front of his armory, his blacksmith, his / shop. But Hilmer, he's a master armorer, and he employs many blacksmiths and has apprentice armorers, and he is, at the same time, the front of this is a store of quality armory, with some few weapons scattered through. You go in through the front door, and at the desk is young Clay. Hey, Leroy!
Slay any dragons yet? Any more? Gotta kill another one?
I look at him with a cold stare as if I've seen the end of the world, because I have, and I've seen his death.
Oh.
And he understands instantly that right now is not the time to talk to me. And I literally just say, "Where is Hilmer?" to him.
And he slowly sits back down in his stool. He's like, he's back in the by the forge. Is everything okay, Leroy?
And I just go. I go to Hilmer.
And he just kind of leans over and just watches you go back there. Yeah, you have the clang of metal, the sound of the forge, the billows, the fire, the heat. This place always has everything has a red hue to it, and the smell of smoke in the air. As you make your way through past, looks like he's hired more in the last day or so. There's a couple more apprentices or blacksmiths or whatever, but they are working on a lot of spearheads right at the moment. And Hilmer is instructing some people, and you can see him yelling, "No! I need that iron. You need to bring that out from the shop." He's pointing the fingers away at another person. "Make sure you temper that blade this time. You crack another blade, I will crack your head." And
Good old Hilmer. That brings slight warmth to my heart, hearing his voice.
And and he sees you coming. He lifts up the bottom of his apron and starts rubbing his hands. He's like, "I need you to get back to work, boy. Let's get this going."
And I literally say,
We've got
Elmer,
a big order.
We've, as much as I would love to help you make spears, we have very little time before this world is destroyed. I
come here.
Yeah, we go.
He grabs you by the shoulder. It's like, all right. He takes you back to like a more secluded part where he keeps some of his own personal work that no one's allowed to go and touch or mess with. He sits down and is like, okay, I don't want you scaring everybody. What's going on?
And I relay the story of my adventure to the Fae and everything that just happened with my mom and my uncles and how we came in basically from the future, and that we're already seen this world in flames and covered in demons, and what is to come if we do not act now. I relay that to him, essentially, all that.
Okay, and he's quiet. He's absorbing. He absorbs everything that you say, and he says, "Oh, by the gods! Well, show me your blade."
Yeah, and
you
I
told him
showed
about
him
the sword or not?
Yeah, and actually, as proof, I know I pull out the sword and I'm like, look, this is the holy adventure that my father bestowed upon me to help.
And he looks at the blade. He says, "This is a holy artifact. Look at its edge." And he rubs his thumb across it, and the blood. He's just like, "Oh man, this is incredibly sharp." Oh, and he says, "A blade like this. Have you spent time to know this blade?"
I have barely come into its acquaintance.
Oh, and legend, and I've seen this myself, but blades of this make origins from the higher planes and the power that it wields. I think you need to spend some time alone with your sword.
White music, candles.
Bow, bow.
like you did when you were 18 and single. No, but hey.
What, Matt? I'm like 28 now and still single. What do you mean?
What?
No. But anyways, no. But you can have some time here. Just clean up after yourself when you're done. No,
Damn
I
it!
right. And you got me, guys. Got me saucy tonight. Oh, never mind. All right, so he leaves the area.
Yeah, I
as you
stand
sit-
it up against a chair and I sit down in a chair and I just kind of stare at it. I'm like, what now?
As you do, it's almost like you have this incredible tunnel vision. You know, it's like the light is only on that sword, and that sword starts to like. It seems like that light just starts to radiate and pulsate from it. And
I'm aroused.
you lose track of time while you're in this meditation on the sword, and as your mind becomes completely blank of all other distractions, the sword, it speaks to you and says, "You are my new wielder, son of Rothalis. You are Leronithus Jenkins. I am Burial's blade. And I can tell that you are worthy to wield me in battle."
See, being a virgin gets you something.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Grip my handle and raise my blade to the sun.
Woo! Alrighty. Alrighty, baby.
I make sure I'm wearing a glove. I take the sword by the handle and
You
I
always
raise
have to
it.
make it dirty, Zach.
What?
What is with
stores-
Zach?
You go outside.
Why?
Like, grip me.
You go outside.
Huh?
You go outside to the back. You don't even notice anyone, and as everyone stops to look at you, because you are radiating holy light. And you go outside into the back of the armor, raise your sword up, and it says, "I, Burial's blade, bequeath my power to Laronithus Jenkins to vanquish all foes of fiendish nature, of the unnatural undead, and the foul dragons that plague the land." And as it says that, a holy light comes down from the sky and bathes the blade and you. Whoa! And then, bam. You're now attuned to this sword.
Whoa.
It is like we said, it's a +3 Holy Avenger. Does 2d10 to fiends and undead and chromatic dragons, an additional 2d10 damage.
Mm-hmm.
It exudes a 10 like a holy light around 10 feet or 10-foot radius around you that gives anyone friendly to you advantage versus spell attacks or other magical effects, like on their rolls. Mm-hmm. It is sentient. It can read, it can speak, common and celestial, and it is telepathic. It can see and hear up to 120 feet.
Huh.
The end. That's the last magic item you're going to get. Enjoy.
Nice. Can read.
I love the old write-ups in the earlier editions of D&D regarding intelligent weapons.
Yeah, he'll find out about its personality as he goes along, but
shit.
it does have a personality.
Well, that was cool.
Yes.
They had a whole section dealing with it in the older editions, and it was well done, I thought.
Yeah, they did do. I mean, they did there is a 5th edition version, but it's watered down. But it still has. There's still some of those components.
Yeah.
I want to get a
it's
magical weapon with the personality of Danny DeVito.
Yes.
I asked the sword.
Don't we all?
Yes,
I asked the sword.
It's a brain and a.
Well, I mean,
Go ahead.
If it's like sentient, that means like it's like a person bound to it, right? Like a spirit or something. Maybe.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. I mean, that could be possible.
Well, I'm just wondering, like, its origin. Like, as in, like, I have a lot of questions. Like, as in, like, how did this sword come into being? Like, was it, like, how does that even work? Like, the sentient stuff.
Well, they used to have a stat in D&D called ego, and the swords or magical intelligent items were based upon that.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be some
that's
trap
no
spirit.
longer the
It's
case.
unnecessary.
Huh. Cool.
No, but instead, let's see. What's your chaotic good, right? So.
See.
Yeah. So, the blade tells you that it was forged in the upper planes. And let's see. I'm just gonna say Mount Celestia because that sounds cool. I don't know if that's right or not. I don't really care. But during its creation, when it was forged, it was quenched in intelligent oil, and as that oil permeates the blade, a new consciousness was created, and it says, "I am unique. I am unlike any other thing in creation, just as you are.
Huh.
I am unto my own, but I serve, as do you, the forces of good. But my existence, I crave the eradication of those diametrically opposed to my beliefs. I'm a good guy."
He's a good guy, but he's like super judgmental.
Very, yeah. It's a holy avenger.
Yes.
Well then. Well, cheerio. Sweet. I have a talking sword. that now will always know when I masturbate.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh my god. You can't say the quiet part out
Being
loud.
as-
You have
No,
to
he
infer
can't.
it.
He can't.
I'm sorry, what's the point of being like this, very
Well, the sword says to you, being a highly
like, it's not
intelligent
like I
sword
said
and
that out
knowing
loud.
that you,
The sword didn't hear that. Like, I'm just saying it out loud. I'm not saying it out loud in the crowd. Like,
well,
now the sword will hear whenever
Oh my
I
God.
masturbate.
Yeah.
Oh
They're
my
saying that.
god.
Thank you.
But like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying. I gotta make it. I've gotta realize that there is a sword now that is conscious, and I'm gonna have to double sheath
Yeah,
this
yeah.
thing.
That double sheath it, yeah. And Booster, see what you're missing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Booster in the chat.
This is what happens.
and the sword
pretty
says,
much.
the sword, yeah, every day, every time. The sword does say, though, I do require a scabbard that is worthy for me to be housed within.
Zach, don't
I'm
you say
100%
anything.
certain my boss can make you one.
Oh, okay.
It'll be made of the finest leathers and the smoothest silks.
Excellent.
Okay then.
There we go.
All right, GOP. You have, there's some wicked echo going on. Who's that?
There is.
Is that
I think it's
Luckily,
Zach.
there's no echo coming through over
It
here,
is
though,
Zach.
so that's good.
Oh crap! Am I echoing?
I'm not hearing on this side,
Well,
so
it's-
they're not
yeah,
hearing
it's feedbacking
it. So,
a little.
But I guess you guys are getting it, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's making me like stop when I talk. So, but anyways, yes,
Is that better?
RSTDs. So, thank you. So you are looking around at your magnificent hall and deciding where to hang, these beautiful paintings as well as the other ones that you've stolen, because you've stolen quite a few paintings now.
Yes, I have.
And right off to your left is Jacob. He's like, you know what you need? Frames. You need frames. These just look like beautiful sheets without a proper frame.
Yes. Yes, you were right. I also
You should go
need-
make one.
I should. And I go and I'm just gonna go wandering off into town. Well, I know that I need to get the little statue. If my current mindset doesn't know why. I know I need it.
Roll a
Intelligence?
IQ. You do an intelligence check. Yeah, intelligence check. DC 32.
Okay, I do not make 32.
What do you get?
Okay, would it be investigation or just straight like intelligence? Or what? If it's straight intelligence, then a 15.
Yeah, this is just 15, huh? That's moderate. That's a moderate DC for a dimensional or a wizard with a hard case of dementia. So you start wandering through town. There's something you need to get. Let's see if anything in town gives you a clue while you're going.
Okay.
Oh,
Perception. Okay, should I do a perception check? See what I
just
see
lost
around
my
town.
connection here.
Oh,
I may drop off here in just a second. I'm having internet issues, but hold on.
All right.
If I do, I'll
Okay.
come right back. Anyways, well, no, you already rolled, man. You're rolling a roll for another skill, trying to figure out what's going on. I'm just making it hard for you because you pissed me off. So, as you're walking through town, okay, give me a roll on a D12. I've got a chart here.
a D12. All right.
Yeah.
Let me add a dice. Here we go. 1d12 coming right up. Here we go. That's a 3.
You come across a candle maker, and this place looks kind of interesting to you. And as you walk in, a tiny little gnome comes up to you and says, "Hey, sir, what can I do for you today?"
Do you have the little version of me?
What are you trying to say, huh? Yes, I might. Hey, look. I have a hair hidden behind my hand. Hold on. Hold on, here it pops up. Oh, there's his middle finger. Ah, here you go. There's a little vision of you. No, just kidding. What are you looking for today? There, smoker.
Jesus, man.
Yeah.
I don't think Bill has the highest opinion of gnomes. I think there's some
That's
racism
so.
going on here. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. I was supposed to pick up a tiny version of me, golden me, but I don't remember where. Do you know where?
I can make a candle. I can make a candle look just like you. Give me just about 2 minutes.
Oh yes, I would
And
like
he starts
that.
walking back behind his counter. He hops up. He grabs his hunk of wax and starts carving it. Hold still. Every time I look at you, I think of chicken. So why is that? And then he keeps carving away.
Mm-hmm.
And after a couple minutes, he's made a pretty good facsimile, the piece of wax, a candle that resembles you. He's like, "I'll be 3 silver."
I drop a platinum. I drop 2 platinum pieces on the table, and I walk away with the candle.
Struce blood. Hey, come back here. Show you my other finger for another 2 platinum. No, he's grateful.
Yeah, yep. I can agree, Chester. You are definitely right.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think we hit on something. Yeah.
Uh-huh. What did they do to you?
Gnomes are not an original one. Dude, they're not really canon. Neither are Dragonborn or Half-Elves or Tieflings. They're all lame.
Oh, I see. So that's where
No,
it's
not
done.
really.
That's why you hate them.
Purist. Yeah, I'm a purist. There's only 4 races. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
You're a rabbist.
Okay, then.
Rabbist.
I'm gonna keep wandering around.
Roll. So you have this
Okay.
little version of you. Is this what you wanted? Is this what you were thinking of?
I feel like it's not quite what I was looking for, but I do enjoy it. I'm probably gonna.
Okay, now give me a perception roll then. As you're staring at this and thinking.
Ooh,
Perception really doesn't fit.
20.
You can put that on intelligence because perception really doesn't fit. I mean, that's not really your idea.
Okay,
but,
well, I rolled
okay,
a
with the
natural
natural
20 either way. Yeah.
All right. Well, suddenly, out of nowhere, it dawns on you that you ordered a very expensive idol of you for a very complex spell. It's a component for your what is it? What's the spell called?
Contingency.
Contingency. That's it. I was going to say contagion, but I knew it didn't have to do with disease or something else. All right. And you remember where the shop is.
I go to the shop.
And he goes to the shop. And as you get there, after walking for quite a few hours in Waterdeep, you start to get hungry.
Okay.
But the only thing on your mind is that idol. You open the door, the bell rings, that is hanging right above the door jamb. And then you're in this, I can't remember the name of the store anymore, but it has spell components all over the place. In jars and scrolls and magic items under glass and... Master Aristides! Yes, your order. Your order is finished. Oh,
To me.
as we agreed. I need the other half of your payment, please. As this wizened old human gets off of his chair, he goes back, comes out with a plain brown box wrapped with a with a twine going around it, a nice bow. There's a card on there for you. As you open up the card, it says "Thank you for your patronage. Come again." But he undoes the twine, opens it up, and inside is your spell component in brown paper. And he picks it up, hands it to you. Do you find this acceptable?
He looks just like someone I know. And I
would be true. Yes. What do you say?
His mic went.
who are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
Okay. Yeah, I was basically just saying, how much do I owe you?
Oh, I believe that contingency. That was another 750 gold, sir.
Okay. Also, do you happen to know where I can sell this? And I go into my bag of holding and pull out the giant frickin' fork.
Okay. Oh, let's see. I'll take a look at this. Oh, it is. That's not from around here. Oh my, no, 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 I know what this is. I will not have that in my shop, sir. I do appreciate your business, but please do not bring that into my shop again.
What's wrong with the fork?
Good day. Good
Not
day.
for eating.
It's a bizzle.
Okay.
Good day, sir.
Alright, fine. And I walk out with it, I guess. I put it back into my bag. Try and
Okay.
slowly shove it back in. And then yeah. Well, I've got
So
my
do you
stash.
walk outside with it while you're putting it in there, or
No,
or
because
do you just?
I would have had to have laid it down, like, and pulled it out of the bag. It'd be very hard for me to, like, pick it up normally, I would assume. Like, I could do it, but it'd be
Okay, so as you're
difficult.
trying to, yeah, so you lay the bag back down and slide it back in, or
Yeah, the
is that
bag
what you're
was
telling
already
me?
probably laying down, and I probably
Okay.
just pulled it out, and then he's like, no, and put
Sure,
it
sure.
back in, so I put it back in.
Sure, sure. Okay. Right.
And
And out
now,
you go.
yeah. And I guess I'll just keep wandering, but I don't know if you guys want to do anything else while I'm wandering around doing nothing.
I have some
But
things. Yeah.
yeah, I'm trying to find a place to sell this thing. Even though I have no idea how to haggle in this state of mind. Even not in this state of mind, so yeah.
Okay. Let's see. That's 1, 2, 3. Back to you, Nicodemus.
All right. I have a few kind of upkeep things I need to do for the character. um, in the afternoon here, because I assume my morning was kind of covered with that stuff. In the afternoon, I go to my wife.
Yeah.
I actually relax with my wife and family for kids for a little bit. But eventually, I do, alone, of course, not in front of the children. I do tell my wife of the situation, and she needs to gather her family and go back to the manor, even though I know she doesn't like it there. But she needs to go to Sigil for the upcoming future here. So I explained to my wife, get that done. I also will
Well,
telepath.
I mean, it raises eyebrows as you talk to her. I mean, the color drains from her face. She's very cool, though. Very calm, very collective. And she says, well, I'll have to suspend lessons and dismiss my students.
Yes, you should prepare.
But we'll do this right away.
Very well.
Yes.
And after actually trying to relax a little bit there, I do contact Mindra, and I tell her I give her a list of things to collect promptly for me. And I don't need to go into the detail. I have plenty of money to cover it, but I'm basically preparing for a clone spell.
Okay.
Then
Good,
I will
good
spend the evening, because I am waiting for Genma. I will spend the evening playing with the concubines of the Shadowdusk Birthing Project, waiting for Genma to come and join me, because I'm sure she'll enjoy that.
Good lord.
Wow.
Well, we're trying to breed the aberration out of us, you see.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
But all those girls are willing. They're all willing, and they actually all work for the family as well. So they are invested. And I'm just waiting for Genma while I play.
Yeah.
They're invested and you're
Okay.
making a deposit. Okay.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Ew. I thought Zach was gross.
Yeah, right?
I'm just playing my
Hey.
character.
I didn't. I only like alluded
That's
to
what they
something.
say.
I'm just playing my character.
Ooh.
Uh
It's not my fault my character's a pervert.
Well, it's technically not. I do have corruption, and one of those is the unsatiable thirst.
Who
Right?
chose corruption for your character? I don't want to hear it. What's next?
Fair. That's fair.
What's next? Okay, so any supplies that you guys are gonna need to re-up? You need to buy more potions.
Yeah, well,
You
I would love to know what happened to my shield that I commissioned before everybody died.
Well, how are we on
Remember?
the time on that? How long has it been?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
actually.
have.
I don't know how long.
Well-
Well, I commissioned it well before
Wh-
we went on the thing. But
which thing?
before I went into the room for the first time to the Fae, I commissioned it like a
So you
week
commissioned
before
it-
I did that. And he said it would
Okay,
take 2
so-
weeks, so it still should be like another few days or something. If I'm thinking right.
There you go. Yeah,
Um,
because I don't have very good notes.
That is a fair point,
Um,
though.
oh.
I do send the twins off to get some healing potions, so that is something I should
Okay.
get. Yeah.
And I would
Okay, so
assume
tell
as
me-
I-
Tell me why.
What? Tell me why.
Hmm.
Let me see what potions are available.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh yeah. Okay, so there are some of the there's actually all are available right now. And this one, and there's only really one place that she's able to find it. A lot of it is starting to get really rare because the Lord's Alliance are buying them up.
Sure. Makes sense.
But she knows an alchemist who's not commercial. Strictly commercial. No, he works in his basement, makes his own stuff, and keeps his clientele very quiet. And he's able to procure some of you for the party. She buys a couple of crates of it, takes out as much of his stock as he's willing to sell, and I was just looking for prices on them while I'm talking. But I'm not finding anything. So someone look them up for me. The different, I know the base ones are 50, then it goes up to 100, and
Well,
then 5, then 1,000.
You do have an image that you've showed us before that has it all laid out.
Yeah, well, it has what they do, but it doesn't have the coinage. So I think I just came up with the coinage. That's what they cost. All right. Back to image search. Yeah, I've had this picture up the whole time. That's boring.
what did a factor was each one like a factor something or I don't know. Or, I mean freaking I'm brain farting
Okay.
but like yeah 10
So-
times more. Yeah.
Yeah, no, the Supreme Healing is 1,000, and
Oh really?
there are, yeah, no, it goes 50, 100, 500, 1,000. Yeah, they just double up as they go.
Oh wow.
It is a lot of resources to make a Supreme Healing Potion. You got to have, different components that are from different trolls, different kinds of things, blah, blah, blah. So there are, I'll just roll this up now. There are, I didn't like that roll. I'll use this die instead. Okay. You have 10 common potions. And then for greater healing, and that's one crate. There is one Supreme Healing. There are 3 superior healings and 6 greater healings.
Okay.
All right. Hey, Lorenzo. Hey, Lady Celtic Moon. Good to see you guys. So that is
Yeah, I'm taking care of the math right now.
okay. And I'll put some art images up from classic era of D&D. Something. There we go. From Bone Hill. This is an old module from like levels 3 to 5. Jeff D.
Hey.
art. No, that's Willingham. Okay. Maintenance cost. You got Do we have to do any of that about for your properties? Write
Yeah,
your
you probably
business
do need
costs?
to make rolls. Yeah, that's
Okay,
true. We haven't done
so
that. It's been that's been over a month since we've done that.
it's been D100 plus days. Okay, so that's percentile dice plus 30. So for the rope business, rolled a 46. The business covers its own maintenance costs for each of the days. Something's going on with the rope business, man. You're not making a profit right now.
Not. It's that I'm telling you, it's that old curmudgeon. You know, the other rope store is trying to
Yeah.
bring me down.
No. Yeah. Nimlos Nets. He's jacking with you somehow. And then let's see for
Tavern.
the nightclub. Yeah. Not much better. That is a 60. Oh. No, you earn a profit. 1d6 times 5 gold pieces per day. Okay, so the d6 is 5, so 25 gold pieces for the month per day for the month. So 25 by 30.
30.
Yeah, so you made 750 gold.
Okay. Excellent. I'm glad to see he's doing well. I will have to go to talk to Hersa eventually as well, but although I'm sure she'll hear through the mother anyway. But all right, I got the costs. I have all those potions down, and yeah, I've taken care of it. Okay.
All right, and
Okay.
just so I can get this out of the way for all my spell components, how much is it going to cost me just for like the regular little random things, not like the expensive stuff?
Okay, so for like the ball of twine or silver cord or pinch of freckle juice or whatever it is,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and make that at 4 gold.
Okay. All right. So now I have all my components. We'll say 8. I'll get
Yeah,
double
and
the amount, so I'm well and prepared.
Okay, so that's something like Jacob can have one of the runners take care of for you.
Okay.
As you eventually as you're wandering, you come back to Shadow Dusk, and you're like, huh, well, this looks familiar, kind of thing, and you go in. Leroy, where you at?
See,
It's
I was just
you've had your midday.
had my moment with
You've
the
had
sword.
your midday meal.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been sitting with my sword,
I'll be
talking
back
to it,
in a minute.
discussing its origins and what its taste in women are and things of that nature. Getting to know it. And then I remember there's more important things I need to be doing. So, like preparing for whatever thing that's going to happen. So
Okay.
I had to.
So what do you do to prepare?
I had to go get more potions and stuff. And could I just like bump into Nicodemus there or something?
Well, he said he bought him for the party.
Oh, okay, never mind.
He could have notified you.
No.
So,
I got it.
because what happens is as you go to the apothecary, and they don't have any healing potions. They said the lords came in and bought them clean out.
Like, who's the asshole? And then they're like Nicodemus. I'm like, oh, no, I get it.
No. Well, he got his from another source, but basically you're like, the lords are buying everything out. So, and that furrows your brow, gives you a little concern. It's like, why? They're preparing for battle. They're buying up all the healing potions. You've seen the armory getting built up. You've seen weapons being made. You've seen now they're buying up healing potions. Then you think, give me a wisdom roll.
Wisdom. For I am wise. 21.
So it comes to mind, it's like, if I'm going to get any rations or anything to take with me, I need to find that and get it now. If that's not sold out.
Right on.
And if it is, maybe Maybe the lords will give me some.
I stock up on a month of those travel rations.
Okay, and
I
then
put it in my bag of holding.
oh, so
Super bag. How much is that
okay.
gonna cost?
But, well, let's see. I am doing the math right now. That'd be 150 silver or 15 gold. So. All right.
All right.
Good. Okay. And then we'll just, I guess, for Rabbit, since he's not here, he'll just be out of arrows. No, we'll just have him.
No way, I'll show you.
We'll just fill him back up, and yeah, we'll just back charge him for the stuff that he bought that he wasn't aware of.
Let him haggle.
Cost him what,
Let him haggle.
200 gold is the starting bid or price. Okay, so you've done that, and you're going back to the Gauntlet, the keep, to meet with Onthar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And as that happens, he meets with you and says, "Oh, okay, Leroy. There's a lot of things in motion right now, and it looks like Lady Silverhand would appreciate your party to meet with her this evening. Can you arrange that with your companions?"
Not a problem.
Good. We'll share dinner with her. So, please, wash yourself. You stink.
Okay. That's too good. Does my sword agree with him?
The sword says, "I told you I can see and hear. Thankfully, I cannot smell."
Yeah. Seems we have a draw.
But it is.
I'm just being stupid. Okay, I go and I do a quick whip of my armpit, and I'm just like, oh god, and then
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
and then I just nod, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna go clean up.
Yeah. Yeah, you smell your pits and your teeth get loose. It's like bad.
Ooh.
You ever heard that expression? Smells so
Yeah.
bad my teeth fell out.
Yeah.
I just made it up. You never heard that before. Yeah, but
No.
it
There's
is.
cartoons where teeth fall out after smell, so that's what I thought you were referring to.
I have
No, it
idea.
does smell like.
That's okay.
No, it just smell like your armpits are farting. But you do need to take care of that. And then we will go to. Hopefully, Chester gets here in the meantime, unless he's probably wrangling up a kid who's eating his bahir again. I don't know.
And moved on to other things, like eating.
Moved on to other things.
Holder,
Get that tentacle out of your mouth. That's an eye stalk, not a toothpick. So evening comes and Leroy shows up and tells you find Aristides in the grand ball. Now he's in the ballroom. He has Chester has a ballroom, of course, and he's got this painting draped over one arm, and it's like of a beautiful elvish woman, and he's dancing with her and singing to himself as the paladin walks in.
Awkward.
Oh, I didn't get the picture frames. I completely forgot about those. I'll have to get them some other time. But yeah, I'll have to remember that.
Good luck. All right,
Yeah.
Leroy, what do you do? This is
Hi.
exciting D&D right here, folks. Okay.
Just hi.
Oh, let me introduce you. This is Mrs. Nesbit.
What did I walk into?
I'm
straight
dancing with a painting of a woman.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Aren't you old enough where it isn't working at all though?
I mean,
He
he
can
wouldn't
dream.
know.
He can dream.
That's true.
You know, look, I've got magic. Okay,
Yeah,
I've got polymorph. I can polymorph just certain parts.
That's
He
fair.
looks to you and says, "Romance isn't just cardinal, you
Oh, I'm not there. You can't bring me in the
man." All right,
conversation.
Ruffle muffin.
you're there. Oh well,
Yeah.
okay. So you get a communication from Leroy. He's like, "Hey, we have a dinner date
Yep.
with Lady Silverhand."
Can I bring a
her
plus
palace.
one?
Make sure you clean up.
Is
Clean
this
up
the same
well.
day?
Yeah. I
Uh,
think so.
yeah.
Do I have to change my plans, or can they just handle it?
It's your call.
So,
Yeah,
so
it's
an
up to you.
invitation came to me as well. Oh, damn it!
No, it was actually what it was. Is Anthar had left that morning to go speak with her. He met Leroy in the afternoon. Told him that this dire situation. The lady needs to speak with you.
Oh, okay. Well, then
Um,
let them handle it. Okay, yeah, because I wouldn't know. Perfect.
Okay.
Well,
So
telekinetic.
Shut up.
Yeah. I thought that was my thing. It's like,
Oh, no, you know what, that's
didn't you put
fine.
it in Mike Carey? He's like, Anthar was all like, "Can you make sure your friends come?" And I was like, "Sure."
Oh.
So I'm like all like thinking, I'm like,
Fine.
Nicodemus,
Yeah,
no, no, no.
Nicodemus,
That's fine.
Nicodemus. Well, it seems essentially Nicodemus doesn't seem to be answering you.
Yeah,
But
he's not answering.
and Dracul has disappeared too. So,
Okay.
there is. So it's
We
yeah, you two guys. It's a Heckle and Jekyll.
Oh.
So off you go.
Yeah, this is gonna be great.
And you're not sane today, right?
Nope, I'm going with my dinner date.
Right on. Oh, you got your painting?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, indeed. This is happening.
This is happening. We all knew it would happen. Now it's happening.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yep.
Feel like I should have stayed in bed today.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Well,
you probably should have. You probably should.
This is what you get with this party.
Yeah, you
Hey,
you left to Tweedledee
Yeah,
and Tweedledum,
I'm
and that's what's gonna happen.
I'm not surprised. It's okay. I'm not surprised.
So I'm
It's time
dressed
for you
in
to
my
step it
blue-
up,
my
Zach.
armor that like a light set of armor with a fewer plates.
Oh, you would be
in dinner
you
clothing.
would be in like your gaunt. You would be more in dinner clothing. You would be
Yeah, but like I
showing
still have
your,
like gauntlets, like shoulder gauntlets and stuff, but like paladin-esque. But I wouldn't be dressed for battle in any way, sense. But I am going to take my sword with me, though.
Yeah, so you take your sword. You have your pauldrons on. Your gauntlets really aren't appropriate at dinner. It's just one of those things. You don't eat with metal gloves. But other than that, yes, Anthar is there, as well as Leo-san, the monk. If you guys remember him, he's your buddy, right? It's been a long time. Yeah, and he looks at the wizard and he's like, "Oh, he's in a mood today. His state, is he? That's wonderful. This will be fun."
Yep. Oh, and I introduced the wizard to my sword.
Ooh, I don't know how that's gonna go.
I forgot what my sword's called. Wait, no, I don't. It's Beryl.
Burial.
Beryl.
Burial.
Burial.
Yes.
I got a bear. B-E. So I'm gonna spell it.
Isn't it like Burial
Well,
Doom or something like that?
Burial.
It's
Burial.
Burial.
Sword.
Barael. It's actually a song by the band called The Sword. They do like a nice retro metal and a lot of D&D themes in their songs. So I just picked it from that. It's a good song. Look it up. You'll like it.
Why do you say in my sword? I'm gonna ask it questions like, why do you sound like a dude instead of a chick? Just it's not preference. I'm just curious.
Who handled his shaft? You should know.
So if I had a magical sheath, it would be a woman? Is that what you're saying?
Well, the sword says, "Greetings, companion of Leroy Jenkins. Well met." And then it speaks to you telepathically as like, "This buffoon is your companion? He's holding a painting. Why?"
He's much more powerful and mysterious than I care to explain. Don't worry about it. I just like let him know, like, don't worry about it. He's much more capable of handling themselves than most people are. Don't worry about it.
So the
Whatever
four of you
do,
are led through the
don't hurt him.
led through the
Whatever you do,
palace.
don't hurt him.
Just the two of us.
Excellent. So the guards lead you guys through the palace to the dining hall, and accompanying Lady Silverhand is Remy. And as they greet them, you come in, you sit down, and the lady begins to speak. She says, "Romalia has told me grave tidings that Nicodemus hasn't for. Where is Nicodemus, actually?"
Well, Haventry knows exactly what I'm doing, so.
I, if you're asking me,
And so,
my humble opinion,
and that's
is with
when
his family. He didn't pick up his call.
then Remy says he's on a mission for the harp. Understood. And the elf, the drow in disguise. I suppose you'll just have to tell them all this later. So we will be sending you to the Well of Dragons, if you agree. We would need you to do reconnaissance as soon as possible and disrupt the flow of resources to them one way or another. Or whatever you can do to disrupt their plans. It would be dangerous. It may be fatal. Most likely fatal. But the fate of the world is in it's now. It's here. You'll be going behind into the enemy's camp amongst their army and their dragons.
We are ready for anything. I disrupt things on a weekly basis.
Or by the minute. Leronis, Jenkins, Leroy, how soon can you be ready?
At a moment's time.
Good. We will assist with transportation as needed. Please go find Nicodemus once he's procured his information and ask him to contact Remy after he's completed his mission. And you guys enjoy dinner together. That's it. We'll cut. That'll be the end of that day for you guys. Then we'll go to Mr. Shadowdesk.
Okay, I'm just waiting for Jen.
All right.
I mean, obviously, with these girls, they're not. I mean, I call them concubines, but they're actually part of the family. The fortunes of the family are their fortunes. And they all work and have all kind of jobs and stuff like that. And I mean, I know them.
Doesn't make it any less gross.
Well, no. I'm just saying that although I know all of them, he's not intimate with all of them. Obviously, he's not the only Shetland male, right? But he is hanging out probably with Nis and the twins are doing something, but he's just hanging out kind of in the parlor, maybe playing parlor games or something like that, waiting for Jinma.
Okay. So there is a fleck on your ear, like something, blink, gently hit it, and then there's a crumbled piece of paper rolls down by your feet.
I lift it up to me, unwrinkle it with my mage hand, and read it.
It says it's a letter from Jinma. She says she's not able to be seen right now in Waterdeep. They please meet me, and she gives you some coordinates.
Okay. I I bid the ladies good night. I go to the teleportation room, and I circle myself there.
Okay. So you're in like a back alley at night in Waterdeep. There is crates, the sound of vermin, and it appears to be a drunken gnome collapsed up up against the building, sleeping. And then you hear a whisper, "Psst, Nikki,
I smile.
Get your tight little ass over here.
I do.
all right." And in the shadows, you can make out a little bit of her features. Let's just crouch down.
I do so.
And as you crouch down, you're face to face with her. Says, "Now, you give me your piece of information first, and I'll tell you what I know.
Well, fair enough.
Trade?"
Trade. You do know that the manor is well warded. You would be safer there than here.
I've heard that before from many other places. I'm best on my own, though. Now go on.
I understand.
Spill your tea.
Well, I kind of float in a lotus position in front of her, just off the ground, and I explain the events that just took place. The fact that we're literally coming back from the future, and that we're looking at a 10-day or so from Tiamat being raised. And during my weaving of this story, I'm completely honest with her. There's no reason not to be. However, in amongst that, I do kind of leave little hints here or there, referring to the Red Wizards, and my curiosity of their involvement and what would their leader think. I kind of intertwine it in there as I'm doing my whole shtick. And at the end of it, I'm like, I wonder if the Zentarium has any contact with the Red Wizards. I'm sure that they would not be happy with what their priests are doing.
Oh, I doubt we do anything with them whatsoever. But I mean, sure, if they were to find out, it could be a bee in the bonnet.
I wonder how do we go about that, Genma?
Well, I suppose we could set up a meet and greet. Of course, it would be on their terms. It always is.
Yes.
They always refuse. How important? It also depends how important it is to let them know. Is it worth it? They're not very savory types whatsoever.
No, they're not.
Usually-
And I'm sure she's
always-
just
you
dealing
always
with
pay-
her. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm assuming she's trying to control her shock of the how dire the situation is, because she knows I'm being honest with her, right? I'm like,
Well, and I did overlook that part, but yeah, there was like just a pale flat, like she went flat faced,
I just
and then
be
held it
honest.
and then regained her composure.
Sure. I actually am very honest with her in this particular situation, and I say this is the idea of the Harpers. They believe that if we can put any pressure upon these dragon priests, it would be helpful. I am as reserved in dealing with the Red Wizards as much as you would be. However, any kind of chaos that can be caused to these dragon priests probably is useful.
Well, I think you might have an idea. It might be okay. I mean, I don't know. Hoppers, they always look at things backwards to me.
Sometimes they do. I agree.
But
I am obliged to work for them, for my family. She knows all about me. I've been completely honest with Genma from the beginning. She knows that I am in essence, an indentured servant to the Harpers.
So, if we were able to set up, well, mind you, this is all hypothetical, a meet and greet, you would most likely come out on the losing end. You always end up paying more with them.
Yes.
I mean, you could be bonded into slavery. You could become a thrall. You could have your brain removed and placed back in with a Thavian. Why were the Harpers are fucking idiots?
Well,
But
I do
for
have
you-
my
for
own
you-
abilities.
I can, rustle some leaves and see what crawls out. Now, my turn. This one's going to shock you. So, the former High Open Lord, who scuttled his way back to Neverwinter, has gotten into dealings with my bosses. And he's leveraging them to get back on the council. And he's going to show up at the next meeting.
Huh. Is that a bad
With
thing?
a representative.
Of the Zentarian?
Well, yes. It will be bringing a lady.
Oh.
Me? No. Now, the reason I'm hiding is, well, you may have figured this out. I was the one who stole Varnum's mask. And now the cult is looking for me. And they are, Nikki, they are everywhere. If you see anybody you don't recognize in a place where they shouldn't be, ask questions later and take action first.
How are you going to keep the mask safe?
Oh, I don't have it anymore. I had to ditch it.
Well, clearly, in
Sorry.
just over a 10-day, they found it.
That does suck.
Yeah, you think? Maybe that's
Hey.
the key right there. Maybe we need to get to the mask first.
Well, their closest stronghold was Zonthal's Tower. And you could be there waiting transport.
Well, say that again. I misunderstand your meaning.
Well, what I mean
As soon
is
as they have it.
something that powerful is going to take some skill in getting it back to the well.
Yes.
So I haven't heard of. So it's likely it may be still at Zonthal's Tower.
This is a hot mess. Do you have any suggestions on how to deal with this? Because no matter what machinations you might have going on, obviously the return of Tiamat and the frickin' blood war being brought to Toril is a problem for everybody. Any suggestions whatsoever, Genma?
Well, look, I know you're upset. I lost the mask, but what good does it do me if I'm dead?
It's true.
But the cult we know that the cult recently took control of Zonthal's Tower. And that's all the way by Mount Halim. We also know that there's dissent in the cult. And some of those dissenters were essentially grounded to Zonthal's Tower. Some of the wizards who still believe the old ways. Some of the members of the cult who aren't really fans of Severin, their leader. So you may have an in. Because I don't think they want to see the earth scorched either. Not all the cult was sold out. These are the ones who were tough enough not to get killed off by Severin, and so they were relocated. But you have to be able to get to the tower.
Yes.
I wouldn't go to the. I would never go. I would never go to Thay. Hell no. They turned me into a no mannequin.
Yes, they would. So, I suppose you're suggesting killing two birds with one stone here.
Anytime you can do that, it's always good, right?
Yeah. I didn't know. Just out of character, I didn't know Zentil Tower was in Thay.
No, Zonthal's Tower is
Oh, okay.
not in Thay. No, 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 no. No, no, no. This is so. Just to make sure I'm clear. Zonthal's Tower has recently been occupied by the cult, and they're, like I said, like some of the people who didn't want to sign up, who were resistant, they were shut out. Then they're basically trapped in Zonthal's Tower, essentially.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, 'cause I kind of
keep-
thought it was in the Western Heartlands. I'm pretty sure it is actually.
Uh,
Um, okay, so
Yeah, I think
therefore
you're
I
right, but,
misunderstood you in regards to going to Thay and Zonthal's Tower. Maybe repeat that again, please.
Right, right. They're two separate things. So, the trip to Thay is, in her opinion, it's ludicrous. It's a suicide mission. Zonthal's Tower. She believes that's where the mask is, and that is because it was the closest really secure place to where she ditched it.
I get it. Okay, okay, all right. So
Is that
yeah, no, I understand now. There you're crossing over two ideas. Okay. I kind of shift the conversation just in chatter with her regarding the dragons and the headache that they are. And that I have to deal with this elven apology and this dwarven armor, or dragon armor from the dwarves. Um,
okay?
how important do you think that is in dealing with that?
Well, is that you? Shit, that's not bad. I mean, the dragons are huge. That's a huge help. What are they going to do if you don't?
Well, look, we already
Do
we
it
probably
themselves and attack ahead of time, I'm sure, because they're arrogant as hell. You ever met a dragon? I have.
Well, it's better to have them closer to you.
It is.
But that's a tall order. Now, what happens if? What happen? Okay, let's say you don't do it, but you still try and get them over. Can you use your visions of the future to convince them that they don't have a chance on their own?
The elf is in a prime position to be humble, I think. The dwarves, I don't know dwarves well.
Well, they're prideful and they love their treasure. And Conrad is as greedy as any other king. But I think you need to leverage what the result will be if you don't work together. If they don't work together. If he can overcome his pride, because his place will be melted into sludge, I think he would be more agreeable to give up the armor. Wouldn't promise him other dragon scales. I'll promise him fortune of the horde. Promise him something even better.
Such as?
one made of all five.
How? A chromatic armor? Ooh. The dragon horde is supposed to be the treasures of the Sword Coast.
We do have access to a master
from
smith.
Well, is he human?
I get
dwarves
your
are going to
point.
be better.
Yeah, that's fair. All right then. So, in regards to Sazdam and his ilk, maybe you could be helpful and just spread some rumors. I don't think I want to put myself in that situation. It's not wise. And I'll have to go deal with the dragon's desire, I suppose.
Okay. Well, 500 gold. I'll take care of it.
I give her 1,000.
It's a pleasure doing business with you. So,
Pleasure doing you.
yep. And I have to go underground. If you need to reach me, do what you did last time.
Very well. I kiss her on her forehead and I tell her to be safe. And I'm serious in my eyes about it.
You too, you unlucky bastard.
All right. Well, I head back to the manor and I turn my link back on.
Okay. So it's late, and Nicodemus is going back to the manor. Everyone else, you guys would probably be asleep. So we'll start day 2 or day 3. I can't remember where we are now.
Day 2. Day 2.
This is day 2. It's a busy day.
Am I sane
Busy
today?
day. I hope so. But
Yeah, I'm a lot more help when I'm sane.
yeah. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna roll my lucky die. Let's see. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Well, it's a 7. That's a lucky number, but not good enough for you.
Not lucky enough. Okay.
No. Okay. So let's make sure we're all up on the same page here, because we've had a few different things. You had Lady Silverhand put out a mission. The Zent agent give you guys a different option. Time is not on your side. Who else could you go to? Do you need more advice? Is there someone else you could talk to? Or do you want to make a decision?
I am going in the morning. I'm going to Skyreach Castle.
Okay.
I will be
You're
back
there
by afternoon. Yeah. Okay. I of course greet Blakothis. Obviously, I always show respect to the man. But I go and I speak to his wife, who I usually the one.
Well, as you greet.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, Blakothis says, "The time is nigh. Small sorcerer of great power."
It is indeed, my lord. It is very, very
I
bad.
can smell it.
Well, maybe I should.
The flight of dragons.
Yeah, I don't know if I should talk to him about it. He's a bit hot-headed. I just kind of have I agree with him. I'm respectful. I'm always respectful with him. I said, yes, the time is coming. It is very, very close. And I know that you are ready.
So you come to visit with my wife again.
Her wisdom is great counsel to me, my lord. As I know you are aware.
Her wisdom is great. So what? Let's see. Hold on. Let me roll. Tell me when you need me. I do not think we have much time. I have a army of giants ready. And I need to get them close.
Of course, my
You are excused.
I bow and I float out to
Okay.
go and talk to Lady Blakothis.
Escarlota.
Escarlota,
Right?
yes. Yeah. All right, and
Tell me, Nicodemus,
go ahead.
what brings you to my chamber?
Not good things, my lady. And although when I talk to her, I actually do take her counsel. I usually am probably a little more flirtatious than I would be today, because I'm not. And I explained to her exactly what happened. And my question at the end of that for her is, should we bring your husband into this conversation now, or should you handle it?
I believe we should. I believe we should bring my husband and my seer.
Very well. I wait for them to arrive.
I. She says, Bakothis will meet you into the seer's, whatever you call it, divining chamber, their quarters. They have one quarter, the stone giants, right? One of them is a seer. As you get in there, Bakothis is waiting. Silence, peasant! Bakothis is waiting, and he brings you. He shows you a seat. You have to float up to sit down in it, and there is two stone giants in the room, a male and female. The female one is the seer, and as she's performing her spell, says, "My lady, please illuminate me." So the story is laid out, the timeline, and all this kind of stuff.
Yep.
So that's when she starts to do her. She says, "There has been trouble in." Wait, how do I say this? She says, "The great stones of time. There are many cracks in this facet. What once was a way is no longer now. We've become in a new strata. Speak plainly!" Barks, Makothis barks. His husband. "She can't hear you. Be calm. She's in a trance." And as she starts to come out of this trance, she begins to describe as that the things that led up to the events that created that devastation are still in motion. Yet I don't think that we are in the same time. Events have transpired that has shifted existence. It's trying to reassert itself and correct itself. But I am not sure if the events shall play out as they did before. I don't need the mysteries. I need straight answers. I will have to divine on the well.
I look over at Blakothis and I say, "This might be an odd question, my lord, but how good are giants at scouting?"
In that terrain, not. The trouble is the sense of smell that the dragons have. How close do you want to get?
Well, we do need to scout the Well of Dragons. It is clearly the focal point of this whole mess, my lord. Me and my colleagues have been tasked with doing that. The problem is, I have other tasks that are equally important, and I know you're not happy about it. However, your wisdom has shown through before in regards to getting the dragons on board. I have to get that done. I have to get that done. And although I could split my resources and my fellows could head to the Well of Dragons themselves, and I take care of that, if I could find a better scout, someone who could gather information properly, I think that would be a better use of time.
Sorry, Jeff Potts is cracking me up. This is. I agree. My army has been waiting. They need this mission too. We shall wait for her to finish her divination, and after that, you may leave, and we will scout.
I bow my
But
head
let's
to him.
discuss the information. We discuss the information that you need.
Well, let's see. In communicating with Zach and the guys in the morning, she basically wants us just to gather whatever ever information from the well of dragons that we can, right, Zach?
Right.
Okay. So he's up to speed. He needs to know like how they're getting there. He's going to find out how their resources are getting in there. If the size of the army is as big as they say, they'll get as close as they can. But he'll order his men just to reconnoiter, just to observe, and not to gain any attention from the dragons. So giant scouts are legendarily. No, I don't know. They're bad. To the bone.
Oh, Jesus.
The divination's complete after like another hour or two. The stone giant is convinced that the timeline has been altered.
Mm-hmm.
That altering of the timeline has changed the events and how they're going to play out. From what you were able to share with her, I mean, you could use your mind tricks, I'm sure, to share the information and give her a picture. And she uses all that. She doesn't, but how it's changed, how much time what has happened, she's not sure. But she doesn't believe that Tiamat will be here in a week. She's firm on that.
That's good.
She doesn't know when she's showing up. But she does know that the timeline has been ruptured and is mending itself. So this will come to pass. She's not sure when. You do have a stay of execution. It's indeterminate about how much, though.
I see.
How's that for pressure?
No, it's useful. All right. So, I think Blakothis, and I tell him I'm going to consult with my party and the council, and I will let him know very quickly how we should proceed, or how it's thought we should proceed. And before I leave, I do go back to the mother's, his wife's sanctum, and I thank her, and I do all that kind of things. And before I leave, I do gently and softly caress her crystal. So my morning is done.
Perfect. No, you don't. All right. Just then. No. Okay. Blaclothis walks in as you're caressing that crystal.
Oh,
What is this? What are you doing?
Cleaning, sir. Cleaning. Okay. I'm done.
Did you polish that crystal good? Gotta
I
polish
did.
that.
Uh-huh. I saw a smudge.
You guys today, man.
My lord.
Everyone needs a cold shower. Just get in the tub, turn on the cold water, and come back to me. Or rub one out, get it over with, whatever you need to do.
Oh, God.
Just
Well, that's what he
Jeff.
was doing.
Help us, Jeff.
That's what he was doing.
That's what he was. He was rubbing one off the crystal.
we
All
have,
right. So what
we
do
have
you
just
guys
about
do
an
in the morning?
hour, and I haven't tried to kill you yet. So,
Yes.
That's
You
okay.
see
We're
that
having kind of
actually.
a maintenance upkeep day. It's all right.
Uh-huh.
Those are
He
good.
wants to throw at least
I'm
one
going to have a
bad.
bad week. If I don't get to stab Leroy at least once, my week is shit.
That's
Just
true.
saying.
That's true.
All right, then let's get to it. Let's get to the stabbing.
Bandits
All right.
attack us as we're on our way home.
Actually, I think
Yes.
this has been a very productive session.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, cool. As long as you guys are enjoying it, that's all good. I'm always having fun. Now, the next day. First things first. Chester comes back hours later. He comes back late in the day. What do you boys do? Anything of merit?
It's another day.
If you
We're
don't
on a
have anything-
Thursday?
No, it's the second day. It's just
No.
my
Oh.
morning's done.
If there's nothing of merit that you need to do, that's fine. If there is, let's do it. But
The only thing I did is I
It's-
went and
and-
helped
and it's-
my master for the day. Worked at
I'm
the
not-
shop helping him.
okay,
There. That's the only thing I did.
cool. Give me
I'm
a
not saying.
give me a
so, yeah.
strength roll.
All right,
me-
strength roll.
Give me a yeah.
Nat 20. What's that
Dude,
do?
you are on. You're on fire today, man. You are cranking out all kinds of work, dude. You were in the billet. You were forging. You're pounding on hot iron, and then you're these spearheads. It's like you worked at like 3 or 4 different guys' jobs in one day. Basically, a full day of 12 hours was like I don't know, 48 hours of productivity.
Right on.
That's your superhuman strength, man. You can just pound out these spearheads like bam, 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 done. Bam, 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 done. And like a lot of people just stopped and stared at you for a while because they're just like, holy shit. Because it takes them, 500 hits with a hammer, and you're doing it like in 4, right? and then like, I mean, you're huge. You have massive strength with the magic belt, and then there's another. Then it goes into a pile where other people pick it up and do the grinding and do all the sharpening and stuff. But your job is just hammer around, and then you start moving on to shields, and it's like the sun has gone down, and you don't even realize that you're just focused and going through it. And after work, Helmer takes you out, buys you a beer. Okay, Nicodemus.
Right
I mean, not Nicodemus. Aristides.
I need to get those picture frames.
Okay. All right. Give me a persuasion check because you find a high-end, highfalutin, high-dollar art. Whatchamacallit?
Oh,
It's like, yeah, a gallery, like
okay.
where Hunter Biden stuff's being sold.
Yeah, right.
Oh man.
Well, I've got a -1 to all that, so that's a 9.
That's a 9. Okay, you pay through the nose. How many paintings do you have?
I have a lot of paintings. I don't.
How many frames are you ordering?
I'm just buying a lot of frames. I'm not even I don't remember the sizes. I don't remember how many frames. I'm just getting a pile of frames.
Okay. Well, then this person takes total advantage of you. They realize you're a bumbling idiot, but you have money.
As all bumbling idiots do.
Yes. Bumbling idiot with cash to burn. And you pay in platinum. Oh, man. That's 70. They charge you 70 platinum.
Oh, my. Well, they better supply me a cart and all that to bring all these picture frames. All these frames back to the house.
Sir, I'm sorry. Well, we're fresh out of carts. Thank you. Goodbye.
Oh, they wouldn't be that dickish, dude. Now, come on. That's rough.
Oh man.
Okay, yeah, you're right. No, but like these frames are worth like 100 gold pieces, 200 gold pieces a piece. I mean, it's expensive, dude. You bought like family heirlooms, fine crafted by artisan gnomes.
So, how much total did you say?
70 platinum.
Okay, 70 platinum. All right, that's fine with me.
That person retired. That frame. I'm just like, I'm done. Selling frames.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, they close shop.
And
they
wait. So, did I get a cart, or do I have to haul it? Like, is it?
No, you've got a cart and a mule.
All right, cool.
And give me an animal. Give me an animal.
Animal
frames are expensive. Yeah.
Okay, this is great. Let's see. That is that's a 7.
All right. So the mule goes for about 2 blocks, in some random direction.
Okay.
And then stops. And it's not going right now. What you gonna do?
I am going. I'm going to polymorph into a T-Rex, pick up the mule, and drag the cart.
Yep, that's perfect.
Like
that's exactly perfect. Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I'm going to get the stubborn mule up by
Griffin Riders ho!
Yep, just gently grabbing onto its harness, picking it up, and just kind of walking backwards, dragging in the cart and the mule.
Yeah. So
with your little T-Rex.
You turn into all right. You turn into the You try to drag it with your tiny arms. You turn into a T-Rex and you're up in front of it and you're like, "Argh!" And the mule's like, "Argh!" and starts running and the cart's like going off down the street. And then so you have to take off after it and it's like boom, 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 don't, don't, and people are screaming and yelling, and like,
Is that anywhere near the tavern that I'm at with my boss?
give me a roll percentile dice. And as you're running down the street, there's people screaming, and let's see, what's your armor class?
It's a T-Rex? Oh, crap. I need to pull this up. Give me
91%. 91.
91. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you do hear a commotion outside.
A 13 AC.
And then,
But I do want to clarify
go ahead. Sorry.
was what I was doing. So when I said I turned into a T-Rex, what I was trying to do was trying to like clamp down on the harness with my mouth, but not like where I'm trying to hurt like the animal, like just gently enough to where I'm just picking it up with my, like picking up the harness that it's connected to, and pulling it.
Right. Either way,
so that was
a chase happening.
No, I get
right
it.
now.
I get it.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
Either way,
13
exactly.
AC.
You freaked the
T-Rex.
fuck out of that donkey, dude. You turn into a chicken T-Rex in front of that mule, and it just goes crazy and runs. It's all, I can't do a mule voice right now. Hee-haw, hee-haw, whatever. It's screaming. It's screaming. It's running down. Your frames are flying out of the thing, and then you're chasing after it. And as you're chasing after it, you hear this, the crunch of this wood as you smash through some frames. Let's see. Your AC was what? You said 13?
Yeah, it's 13.
Okay. You take 6 points of damage as the spear is hit into your hindquarters. Roll initiative.
Oh yeah.
So Leroy.
Yeah.
You're in a tavern with Hilmer as this red feathered giant T-Rex runs past the inn.
I
And
literally
you're
go,
screaming before. Oh wait, before that though is like there's all this. This noise starts to build up, and then you're like, that sounds like people. Hilmer's looking at you, he's like burps and is like, what? And then it's just like screams and the sound of a crowd, and it's like people running. Anyone who was out in the evening on that street down in the area you're in is just you're like market ward in the market ward, freaking out. And as you guys get up, knock over your chairs, you start to go to the front door as you see a giant feathered mix between a T-Rex and a chicken.
And you just hear a mighty. Yeah.
I know what that is, and I'm just like, oh god. So I'm like Hilmer, help me, and I start booking it after the T-Rex chicken.
Yep.
So you decide what
Hilmer's
does,
like.
but-
Now, just letting you
I'm
know
ordering.
that
Hilmer grabs your beer and finishes it,
Yay.
and then heads out. Starts to follow you, and while he's holding his.
the T-Rex has
you go out. What's your
has a
initiative?
speed of 17. The T-Rex has a speed
Okay.
of 50 feet, by the way. So pretty
Okay.
fast. I'm sure I
Well,
can outrun the mule.
Yeah. Sure you can, but the mule had a lead, and his speed is at full. He's at full gait. Go in. Lion, donkey. Where's donkey? Where's mule? And give him a horse's speed, and he's
How
probably
fast
just as
is your
fast
ass?
as you.
Oh.
How fast is your ass? Of course, mastiff, mammoths. Potts, how fast is a mule? What's the speed? Let's say it's 40. How's that?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Draft horse is 40. So we'll say he's 40.
Or minus 15
and right now
on
he-
a good day.
Yeah. And he's at full speed, so he'd be doing 80.
That's right,
And I'm
Jeff.
like,
And yeah,
Saurus
you're-
Rex.
Chicken Saurus Rex, and you're just hauling tail down after him as the spear just hits you in the back. You rolled a 17 on your initiative. I rolled a 16 plus 2, so I have it. Well, I'll just go with 16. Yeah, you turn around and there's some of the watch. A mule can run 30 miles an hour? Dude, you're screwed. Okay, the mule has a 40 speed. 80 doubled. He's not as fast as you, but he's got a head start. Are you going to keep running, or are you going to... Or do you...
I'm going after that card. I want that. I can't just let it run away with all my hard-earned paintings. Or
Frames.
my frames.
Okay.
Yes, my frames for my paintings. Yes,
Yes.
my frames. Yeah.
Understand the
Well-
chaos you're causing are over frames. Picture
Yes.
fucking frames.
Yes, I'm well
Perfect.
aware.
It's perfect. Yes.
You just hear me screaming
Okay,
like
another-
this distance saying, "Stop!" It's
Yeah, what was your... Go ahead and roll initiative, Leroy.
okay. I am. Oh God, that's not good. A whole 5.
Okay, so you're last as another guard throws his spear. And it's just not... He throws it, it's too short. The T-Rex is faster than he anticipated. So we have Mule, T-Rex. T-Rex's turn.
I'm charging towards it as fast as I can.
Okay, you can get it.
Yeah. Why?
What do you do?
Why? I have a question. Why is it that every time Nicodemus is actually doing something important, you guys are plaguing the city guard?
Because we have to balance out your seriousness with
That's
our
fair.
shenanigans.
Fair enough. All right.
Our shenanigans
Yeah,
and your
nice.
seriousness, man.
That's
Uh-huh.
works for
That's
me.
exactly why. I can catch up.
Okay, so you move. Yeah, you move. You can catch up.
Okay, all right, fine. So, can I get in front of it?
No.
Okay, well, it takes my full movement, right? So I can't do anything else on my turn.
No, you caught up to it. You do. It's not.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I
50
should probably.
feet?
I have. Let's see. If a southbound mule is going 35
Holy
miles an hour, and the T-Rex
Ah.
is going about 40 miles an hour, the mule, you would
Wow.
catch up to the mule this turn. Yep. So no, you
Okay.
can't do anything now. So we have the guards are going to start running after you and blowing their whistles. Leroy, you are saying stop, stop. I know who this is, and they just keep going. Now it's your turn.
Now it's my turn.
Yeah,
Oh, great.
it's a lot faster without miniatures. I almost got a T-Rex, but I didn't pull the
Yeah.
trigger.
Oh wow. You'll regret that
I bought
one
a Balrog
forever.
instead.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a wise
Oh,
choice. Better
Hold
choice.
on a
better choice.
sec.
I figured I could go
I
to
cast
any toy store and
haste.
find a
I
T-Rex.
cast haste on myself.
Oh, okay. So what's your speed?
My speed now is doubled, so now
Doubled.
I'm going 60.
Okay, so now you cast the spell. That's one action, and then you start running. So
Yeah,
he
I
had-
straight up like boost my way all the way up to the guards and like disarm them.
you're gonna go and disarm the guards.
Oh.
Give me a.
Or I'm gonna do like the whole time, like stand down, sort of like do you know who that is? You know, and I'm gonna
So-
like kind of pull my hero card, you know, to basically get these guards to be like,
So-
we're not in danger.
Okay.
Chill out. You're making this worse. You know.
So you run past the guards, stop, and that's your turn.
Yeah.
And you're like saying stop, stop, you know. But if you're going to do like, hey, pull out your hero card, like you do have like well, actually you're in your work clothes, so you don't have like your full regalia. So
Yeah.
they couldn't tell if you look like a blacksmith to them. So
Other than the fact that I just
With-
cast haste and like sped up past them.
well, they couldn't see that.
Yeah.
You're behind them when you cast the spell.
That's
But
true.
you did
Lift-
run like really freaking fast. So what I
Lift
did
up
is
your
I gave
holy
them
adventure.
no, stop. I gave them a perception check. I rolled
How about a
I rolled a
persuasion roll?
I'm working it out. Hold on. No, you've already done. You've already done your action. You've already done your
Well,
spell.
I get extra
So-
actions with haste.
You do. Okay.
Yeah.
So then you could pull out. No, if you had it with you. I mean, do you carry your hero card while you're out going to pound metal?
I'm pretty sure I'd carry
Maybe.
something, some sort of emblem or something that shows who I am or who I'm with.
Okay.
You know, at least my paladin emblem.
Okay, so you're doing, just like Jeff said. Hey, man, stand down! That Chicken Storus Rex is my friend!
Yeah.
And then you show him your badge. I'll re-roll that. One of them stops, and the other one keeps going, blowing his whistle. All right, that's the end of that round. Back to the mule. He keeps going. No, you're before the mule. Your turn, GOP. Are you before the mule? I never really rolled for the mule.
I got
11.
17.
Okay, so you're before the mule. You're before the
Okay.
mule.
So
GOP,
I'm caught up to
mule,
it. I'm going
guard.
to attempt. I'm going to attempt
Okay.
to grab the harness of the mule, not trying to hurt the mule, but grab the harness of the mule with my teeth. Lift so like the mule
roll to
is
hit.
lift it off the ground. All
Lift
right.
it. So you're going to try and reach your head over the cart and grab the tackle and the heart, like where the wagon
Yes.
is. Where
Yes.
Well, he's basically just lashed on with ropes, and he has his yoke. So you're going to go for the yoke. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So what's my pluses? What do I add to this, or is it just a straight roll?
This is
What
just
I
to hit. It's just strength. Yeah.
Oh, +7. Okay, so that is a 23.
Okay. So you now have the you have the mule by the yoke in your mouth, off the ground. It's kicking. All right. So that's gonna. Is that the end of your turn right now? You pick it up. You run up to it. You bite down. Grab it. And it's gonna
And
kick.
now, that's fine. I'm a T-Rex. I can
All right.
take hits.
Yeah.
So it tires itself out. I'm gonna drag it.
It's
I'm gonna.
well. That's your turn. You've done your turn. You've done enough actions for the round.
I took my
you know.
movement as well, or no?
Yeah. If you're trying to keep up with it, yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Well,
Fine. That's my turn. That's fine.
the whole thing is on the run. This is all on the run. You got to be. It's not like it stops so you could grab it. You got to keep moving to do this. So it's
Okay.
you're leaning up like you're running. You're running, trying to pass it. Reach around, grab it, pick it up. You got it. It kicks as a +5 to hit. That's a 19. The first hit, and that is a 24 on the second hit, and it does. Get ready for this.
Yeah.
44 plus
What?
6 total.
It's a 4d4 plus 6. It's a mule.
Well, it's 2d. Yeah, it's a mule. Do you ever heard of how hard like a mule can kick?
Okay.
Yes.
I just get it's
all
a
right.
two. It's
Cletus
it's a
is still
2d4 plus-
cross-eyed.
Yeah, it's a 2d4 plus 3 per kick. It hits you twice. So that's
Okay.
the first hoof was 7, and the second hoof was maxed out there. So that's 11. That's 15 and 3. Total of 18 from its kicks as it's braying. That doesn't sound like a mule. That sounds more like
Not a meal.
Jeff Potts making Jello. All right, so we had
Wow. All right.
Wow.
that now it's the guard's turn. So that one, the guard's still chasing at you. One's going to throw your he doesn't have a spear. He's thrown both of his spears, so he's going to catch up to you. That'll be his turn. Then the second guard is with you, Leroy, and saying, "We need to get a handle on this right now." And he blows his whistle, and then there is a dimension door goes off, and a wizard appears by the T-Rex. And he casts Dispel Magic. And you, that had holding a mule up in the air in your mouth,
Oh God.
now turned into just turned into a human.
still like
and this mule.
biting on to a corner of the yoke as I'm just on top
Yes,
of him.
and then the mule falls on top of you,
I was
and you
over it
take
though.
and you lifted it up, and my judgment is finite, or not finite.
Okay.
It's
No, let's
final.
go with that.
Final?
You take
That's
12.
definitely.
That's fine. That's fine. I take 12
Yeah,
points of damage
the
in my
mule-
regular form.
Tw-
All right.
Yeah, 12 points of damage to your regular form as the mule is on top of you. Bam, bam, bam. That's Leroy. Your turn.
I walk over to the poor wizard and I lift the mule off of him.
Okay. Yeah, with your strength, you can lift a 400-pound ant problem.
Oh, yeah.
You're freaking huge.
So I lift the freaking mule off of him.
This is the
And I'm
scaredest looking
looking at
mule.
him,
His
I'm just
eyes.
like, damn it.
The mule is. Yeah, the mule is. Look, his ears are back. He's trying to bite. He's freaked out.
Fetal position.
And you lift him off. And you lift him off the wizard, and you're able to pet the mule's head and just
Calm
hug
him
it
It's okay.
and calm him down.
It's sweet. And I kind of like put the mule on its hooves and I kind of direct it towards Hilmer, you know? Because Hilmer knows how to deal
Okay,
with it.
that's your turn.
Yeah.
Well, you're going over there and picking up the mule finishes your turn.
Yeah, okay, I
then we're
can't put it back down. I'm still
Oh,
under
nope,
haste.
nope, you're holding the mule.
I'm still under haste.
You're holding the mule. Oh, you're under haste. Okay, yeah. So I'm sorry, I forgot. You got an extra action. Now what you're gonna do?
And now then I put it down and direct it towards Hilmer to like go over to Hilmer so Hilmer can
Okay.
deal with it.
So with haste, that means you're going really fast. So you put down the mule at like a fast speed, and it just and try to get it over to Hilmer, but you just freaked it out even more. You just picked him up. It's like zip, 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 and the mule starts to run again towards Hilmer.
Okay. Let me know when a minute.
It's
goes
running.
by so I
It's
can-
now north. It's now northbound. It's now a northbound mule, braying as it's running down the street.
Okay.
That puts us to GOP's turn.
Okay.
You're on the ground. You've got a mouthful of wood and splinters, and your ribs are really painfully crushed as this mule landed on you. You got like this nice, I'd say bruising, almost immediate bruising on your ribs, and your breath is like.
Okay.
All right.
All right. How close am I to like an alleyway or something like that?
Not you're you're kind of in the market area, so every piece of real estate is like a shop. The cart is sideways on the ground. Your frames are all scattered all over the place.
Okay. I'm going to cast another polymorph, but this time on the mule. And let me check, bring it up real quick, so I see what the actual save has to be.
Okay.
Can I do anything? Can I do a reaction or something?
Not
Make a wisdom
really.
saving throw of I think 19. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, I rolled a 10.
It turns into a snail.
Snail.
And then
Snail?
yes, it is now a snail.
Yep.
And I try and find a place within range, and the range is let me pull up. Oh, that's wrong. 1 second. Sorry, I just I have a lot of spells to go through, so I have to find the right one. Okay, is there a place where I can get out of sight within 30 feet of me? Because I'm going to cast Misty Step.
No. Unless you go into a store.
Oh, okay. I'm going to run into a store, and then can I Misty Step into the alley after I run into the store? So, like, I'm out of view, and I...
What are you doing?
I'm using my movements to go into
No,
the
I mean, like, why are you, like, running away?
because I want to be sneaky.
Ugh.
That's why. I run into a store and then I'm
Okay,
going.
so your action is to
My action
boof
was the polymorph.
the
My
okay, and then you
my
want to run,
movement,
and then you want to use
my
yeah,
bonus
I'm saying that
action,
yeah, you
Misty Step.
is to Misty Step. Okay. All right, so you do start running towards the store. You run into the store. When you cross the you cross. It's like you're just going to cross the threshold for 30 feet, and then you do your bonus action, and it
Yep.
is counterspelled
By the same mage, or is this a different mage?
by the mage who went last round. Yeah,
Oh, because that was a round ago.
and he
Okay.
says, yeah, and he says, enough of these shenanigans.
Oh, fine.
All right, now it would be the mage's turn, and you need to do a. Let's see. I guess this is a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
Well, I have advantage on
Why is it
my-
at dis? So it's even Steven. Okay.
And I'm going to do a counter spell. All right,
You
yeah.
don't. Oh, you have a reaction. You have a reaction still. Okay.
Yes, I do.
So the wizard, as he pulls out his wand, casts a spell, and this magic net flies out towards you. And you do a counter spell. Poof. Okay.
And a little
So
woohoo!
his reaction, he counters your counter spell.
He can't. He already used his reaction.
This is true.
He did. Good call. All right. All right. So then that's done. Now it's the guard's turn. Oh my goodness.
Turning into pure
Is it time to
insanity. I
go
love
yet?
it. Uh huh. No,
Does it-
no. You still have time.
Ah, okay. All right. So then. Oh wow. Yeah, this would probably be perfect time to do it. Oh. No, wait. No, should I do it now? I don't know. Okay, the guard leaps out at you. Give me a strength check.
Eh? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, it's
Oh, no.
15. Let me see if it's a save or is it just a contested thing?
It's a grapple. It's a contested, so it's your strength.
Oh, that's a -1. So 14.
I rolled a natural 20.
Oh,
The
God.
guard jumps at you. His head goes right. His shoulder goes right into your bruised ribs. And then he just throws you down with a slam attack onto. I mean, he just while he's still holding you, like he's a linebacker, just wham, grabs his arms around. So he's pinning your arms.
Anybody that physically attacks him, doesn't he turn into monkey ape? Or chicken ape?
No.
When that happens?
It's contingency
No.
yet. I don't have that yet. I have to cast it
Yeah.
on
Okay.
the thing.
And it
should
it has to
have,
meet certain
but I didn't.
parameters and whatnot.
Okay.
It would have met it.
So
the
that
parameters,
is
but yeah.
would it? Okay. So we're gonna say that. I mean, that's just a unarmed attack, which is a 1d4.
I was,
So that.
I was like, man, this is gonna get crazy.
So I rolled a 3, and I don't think he's going to be super huge, so we'll just give him a +1. So 4 points of damage
Okay. Oh no,
as he takes you
Mommy,
down to the ground.
I don't want to take a
And
bath
you're pit-
today.
Yeah, you're pinned. Your arms are pinned to your side, so you're not going to be able to do any somatic spells
Oh,
while
okay.
you're restrained.
Oh no.
Well, let's see,
whatever
I mean-
will I do?
Well, grapple doesn't really say that. It just says your speed is 0.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, yeah. Unless he
just-
had like he didn't do any. Okay,
I'm-
then
We'll just
then
let
it's,
this go.
Leroy's
We'll
turn.
let this go through. I'm good now. I'll be a good boy. Let's let this end.
That's what they all say. Okay.
Uh huh.
After
Leroy-
doing a very
Leroy, what do you wanna do?
hard and loud face palm, after watching that little bit of you trying to escape.
I was gonna turn into a barrel in the middle of the street and just act like nobody saw me do it.
I would have known. But yeah, no. I start to slow down, trying to make sure that I'm not gonna overhaste myself so I don't crash too hard. And I go over to where he just got tackled, and I look and I talk to the guard, and I use can I make a charisma check or something to talk to the guards and explain who he is and why he makes these crazy decisions, and that I'll be taking over watching him, that they don't need to worry about stuff or something of that nature.
Yeah. I mean that sounds legitimate. If you're not trying to intimidate, you're trying to persuade. So you go ahead and roll for persuasion.
I will nat 20. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! All right, so you lay it on thick. It's like this. I am Leroy Jenkins. Look. You can trust me. You know who I am. This is the famed wizard. He's having a spell. It's a side effect, from our last, blah 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 blah. And the guard's looking around, and finally Hilmer has walked up, and he's just like shaking his head, like agreeing with you. But really, the wizard is like. The guard's like, okay. Well, I don't know if I can let him go. I mean, I can't let him go. I mean, I need my sergeant to say it, the commander needs to tell me. And then the wizard who overheard this, give me another persuasion roll. You can do it. You can do it at advantage though at this time.
Oh, okay, cool.
Maybe. Yeah. No, go ahead. I already said it.
Alright, I got a 19 plus, what is that? Oh, 8. Wow, that's a lot.
Wow.
So 27?
Okay. The wizard says, I outrank your sergeant, and I know this individual. You will be let go under your care, Leroy, but he needs to sign allegiance to the Wizards Guild and be available for the defense of Waterdeep upon any attack. And he pulls out this scroll.
And I look at the wizard, and I look at the other wizard, the one. What is your name, anyways? GOP. What's your wizard's name?
It's Aristides.
Oh yeah, Aristides. I look at Aristides and I'm like, and then I look back at the other wizard and I said, he can make no such vow, for we are literally the front line in defending Waterdeep. And then I'm really squinting hard, trying to mentally call upon Nicodemus, and I'm like, where the hell are you?
Far,
you can
far
pick
away.
You can pick up your friend. Yeah, we're far, far away. He's actually hovering above you guys watching this whole thing. No, yeah, then you can pick up your friend at the Watchtower on Slut Street tomorrow morning.
Slut Street.
Perfect.
That's where the Watchtower was.
So you're getting taken away. Essentially.
It's a great view.
Yeah. So the guard says, "Hey, that's all I can do. I'm sorry." And he puts on magic manacles, which prevents you from casting any spell until they're removed.
I tried, man.
And
you
you
go and turn yourself into a freaking chicken saurus.
But my picture frames.
And I'll take your picture frames to Nicodemus's place.
okay? So, Helmer helps you pick up, and while you're doing that, he's like, no wonder you're always freaking stressed out. Your friends are crazy.
Yeah. I look at him and I'm like, you don't even know the half of it.
It's true. He hasn't met.
No, I don't know.
Nicodemus.
He's like, no, I don't want to. I'm good. I'll, after you get your friend out, if you have time, come by. hammer out some more armor. But
Right on.
that's enough excitement. I'm going to get back to work.
And we part ways.
Because we part ways. And you are left taking this wagon, this cart, with a busted wheel, so it's all like the thunk, as you pull it through the street, the thunk.
Eh.
Back to the Shadow Held.
Yep.
Or Shadow, whatever.
Yep.
And that ends the evening.
Well, I do have
Oh my
something I
gosh.
want to do for the rest of the day, but basically next week we'll be able to start right off with the actual mission. I do for the rest of the day
Yeah.
when I come back to Waterdeep. I do two things. One, I collect the resources from Mindra, and in the hold of
Okay.
the Starlighter, I take the coffin and all the stuff I have to do for the spell. I cast the spell, get it started. It does take 120 days for that to come to fruition. Then I go and talk to Lady Shrim, and I entrust her taking the spelled coffin into the Shadow Dusk holds in sigil for me. And then after
Okay.
that, I collect Lady Brith and Tazka, and I go down to the tavern, and because these are like his childhood friends, right? And Hersa, who is, of course, his true love, and he sits and he has a conversation and lays out to them what's happening and what the situation is. That's it. So I'm done. Did we lose Bill?
We might have because I don't hear a fan going.
No, I don't. Yeah,
So like it all went very quiet,
it did.
without the background noise.
Maybe a
I,
Chickensaurus Rex fell on him.
yeah, exactly. I wasn't expecting that whole
Justice.
thing to go like that,
Oh, yes, you did.
but
Yeah, don't lie to
I'm
me.
happy it happened
Yeah,
because that was very entertaining for me.
sure. There he is. I heard something.
So I think that was Zach.
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, that's you. Well, he probably has to
Yeah.
drop out and come back in. We'll give him a
Uh
minute to do
huh.
that. We do have a few minutes left today. However, think today was productive. We doing these kind of maintenance ones might not be as interesting to watch, but they're very useful for us. As far as in the role playing mechanic of it, and actually, I think it was productive. We do kind of know exactly where we're going, exactly what we need to do. So that's all good, right? Um, and yeah, so next week
Yeah.
we will come in and we will be on mission next week. Whichever I think that we're going to basically have to go deal with the dragon stuff first. I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah.
What do you think we should do
Well,
first?
I think I talked to you before about like something that we needed to do when we get back,
Hmm.
which was uh speaking with like artificers, specifically ones that make like explosives,
Hmm.
to basically use the flying castle. They have like people on the sides with explosives dropping them down like it's a bombing aircraft kind of thing,
Sure.
you
I,
know.
I think it's
And
pronounced. I think it's pronounced Artifiker.
Wow.
Artificer.
Wow. You're just trying to
Okay.
piss me off now. Yeah, no,
I,
no, we can do that kind of stuff too. If you want to set that up, it seems like we have a little more time to get something like that going. That's something that when you're sane, you and Zach
yes.
could probably work out because that's kind of that's kind of falls in his territory. Yeah, but beyond that kind of preparations, what do you guys think we should do? Should we just do what the Lady Silverhand asked and just go and scout the dragon well? Or should we deal with the dragons first? My vote is to deal with the dragons first.
Uh, Deal with the drag. Well, I mean, we need to get that dragon mask, and if it is in that tower or if that's where it's gonna
Yeah, no, we
go,
do need to get that. That's true.
because if we can get the dragon mask, then we'll have more time to deal with all the other issues, because then at least we'll know that they can't spawn her in essentially
Yeah.
until. until they have that mask,
Yeah.
which gives us a lot of leverage
It
because I mean
does.
we could.
It depends on how we want to deal with that though, because we go get the masks if we can get it successfully and have it. The logical choice to put the most safe place we could think to put that would be with my uncle slash grandfather. I know it's weird, in the far realm, but that would kind of break the campaign, I think.
Maybe. Uh, it might. I mean, I guess there's we don't know all the resources that they have, but that'd be pretty crazy for them to have that sort of a
Yeah,
resource.
so my point is I'm not sure if we want to go that route because I mean obviously Nicodemus would do the smartest thing he could do, right? And that would be the smartest move, but that's really rough on Bill, yeah. Um I don't know. But yeah, we
I
do
would
have
say uh, if we have it on us, we can lure them wherever we want. Plant false information saying it's somewhere where it isn't.
yeah, we could do that
Maybe
too.
even
Yeah.
get push some of their forces into an ambush somewhere of our choosing.
Yeah,
You know,
that's fair. Yeah, but we do have three things, Zach, though, that we can choose from. Scout the dragon well, get the things that the dragons want, and the tower, Zonthal's tower, which is not so far away actually. But these are the three things that need to get done. And I do mention to you
yeah.
guys that I have spoken to Bluckhothus and Escalarda, and that we do have that option if we want to use them for scouting or what have you. I don't know how great an idea that is, but I make
I
sure I inform you guys exactly what's going on. So
Cool.
I don't really know about giants. I don't really think they're known for their scouting abilities. I could be wrong, but I would assume a giant is probably not going to be the best thing to send to try and go scout things out and
well,
be
keep in mind
sneaky.
they do have stone giants at their bidding.
Ooh.
True, true, but they're still giants nonetheless.
Oh my god.
Oh man, that's that's
Wow.
that's great.
This picture, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh man.
Yeah, like that's a Boris Vallejo.
Yeah, yeah. Guess he
He's a
has an
great artist.
opinion, huh?
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. We're gonna have to make those decisions though, and for what we're gonna do next week. Just in case you didn't hear, Bill, I cast my clone spell in the hold of the Starlighter, and I enlist Lady Shrim to take it into our holdings. It's in sigil and make sure it's safe. I can trust her, my aunt, to do that, and then I collect. Tazka and Brith. Well, Tazka's with me all the time anyway, technically. And Brith, and I go down to the tavern and I talk with Hersa, and I explain to those three exactly what's going on and everything that's happening. Those are like my best friends, right? So I kind of finish all this stuff maintenance
Okay,
today with them. So
that's cool.
so
That's cool. All right. Well, sounds like hey, we're stopping early tonight, but hey, that's just the way it is. Sometimes we go long, sometimes
we're kind
we're
of on
short.
time. Yeah.
So
I mean, unless anybody has anything else they want to do. I mean, I think we did everything we need to do, right?
Uh-huh.
For that day,
yeah,
sure. I mean, uh, if you want to, if we go to sleep and then, oh well, I mean, we should probably resolve the me being in prison
Oh
Nah.
or
no,
well in
no,
jail
no, I don't
thing.
think
No,
so.
you need to
No.
stay there for a while.
Just
You need
leave it.
to
no,
Yeah.
no, yeah, yeah. It's yeah.
Want to know if
even
I'm
after I
Be
try
staying?
and
there.
help you. No.
Yeah, I want to know if I'm coming back to sanity
We'll
or not.
send Jacob to deal with it.
Yeah.
I know he loves me, so that won't be any problem.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
That's the perfect option. All right, cool, cool.
All right
Well,
then.
thanks everyone for watching. It was a good time.
Yeah, no, I think it was a good day. I quite enjoyed all of the cleaning up we did today. Thank you guys for joining us. We do appreciate it. Keep in mind, in 2 days, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Drawn Recorded Ultimate Edition. This week, we're doing Scooby-Doo, baby. That's going to be great. I'm looking forward to that. Bill, you should come over and do Scooby-Doo, man.
Everyone's going to be drawing Velma.
Velma picking up Scooby-Doo's doo-doos. Yep.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Maybe. But anyway, definitely come back and join us for that. We'll see you next week where we'll be in a mission. We'll be doing stuff. All right. Well, thank you very much, and later.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.